education is essential for empowering the youth and building a resilient and competitive continent, especially in the era of artificial intelligence.
In today's digital age, access to quality education should not be constrained by geographical boundaries. We must invest in developing inclusive and accessible digital learning platforms that provide access to a wide range of educational resources. By investing in our educators, we have been able to improve their skills and knowledge, thereby enhancing their ability to build the capacity of the next generation of citizens. Thirdly, the nature of educational curriculum must be reviewed. An outdated curriculum cannot meet the needs of today's generation. It is essential to undertake thorough reviews and, where necessary, redesign educational curricula across all levels. Our goal should be to foster critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration and creativity, as these are skills essential for thriving in the 21st century.
The Executive Secretary for the United Nations Commission for Africa, Mr. Claver Gatete, urged African leaders to harness the transformative power of education in shaping the continent's future and addressing complex challenges of the 21st century. The 6th African Union Mid-Year Coordinating Meeting will assess the continent's integration agenda and evaluate the efficiency of implementation of its policies. Sarah Furry, GBC News, Accra International Conference Center.
Let's take it to Kumasi. President Akufo-Addo has instructed the Minister for Employment and Labour Relations to submit a proposal to Cabinet to consider absorbing Youth Employment Agency beneficiaries under the security module in the country's mainstream security services. Addressing the Maiden Youth Employment Agency YEA Beneficiaries Forum in Kumasi, President Akufo-Addo said the module does not only offer employment opportunities to the youth, but also augments the capacity of the security services.
Empowering young people to contribute meaningfully to the socio-economic and sustainable development of the nation is high on the agenda of the YEA. This is done through sharpening the skills of the youth from age 15 to 35 to reduce the unemployment in the country. Currently, the YEA operates 11 modules including brick molding and laying, business and employment assistance, Kaya skill empowerment, garment and textiles, community police assistance and community health workers. Speaking at the YEA Beneficiaries Forum in Kumasi, President Akufo-Addo advised the youth who have been registered to exercise their franchise in the December 7 general election.
Because more and I got that dache a womb and take Miss Ramo, more from who was share campaign move. Now a basse, ye baba to a bonoa. Moso sono yatimone, yantimone, not the more panel, ye yisa di panel number one. Say, Masame Bassam Baba said, no be a mistake. No be a mabed Adam. You bet to me a year, Juman, only a dear Juman inside. Now, there were who 1 million now who's old to me in your Jumano. Yet the Juman is standing inside. Your year, no, and where Biano Baba year. Of it for your need.
Currently, Ashanti region has the highest YEA beneficiaries of more than 8,000 personnel under the Community Police Assistant Module, 1,240 Community Health Module, 157 at the Prison Service and 611 under the Business and Employment Assistant Module. The CEO of YEA, Kofi Ba-Ejapon, highlighted successes chalked since the inception of the agency.
We have, as an agency, done everything possible to engage our security services to absorb our community protection assistants, known as CPAs, working with the Ghana Police, and our prison assistants working with the Ghana Prison Service.
The Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, Mr. Ignatius Bafo-Ewuah, suggested the consideration of soccer as a new model under the YEA.
Every day, on my way to work at the office,
There is this traffic joint that I pass by every morning around 6 a.m. when I'm going to work. There's this young man who directs traffic, and he does so with the best of expertise. There's no point, after 2 years, asking this young man to go and stay at home whilst we bring on a new person to train. The advantage is that when this young man is recruited, it will take him less period to be able to master the art of policing. So this is a clarion call to the Ghana Police Service, to the Ghana Prison Service, to the Ghana Immigration Service, and all the security agencies that we are working with. We want to plead with you. Let's not waste these talents that we have.
The purpose of the forum was to provide impact analysis on the various modules under the YEA. Management of the agency used the opportunity to assure beneficiaries of swift response to challenges facing them in the discharge of their duties.
President Akufo-Addo says his government will complete 11 hospitals and 1 polyclinic to increase the government's Agenda 111 Hospital Project, a flagship initiative aimed significantly at enhancing healthcare accessibility across the country. The president made the statement when he inaugurated the Adanse Fomina District Hospital in the Ashanti region. The 120-bed district hospital, which is expected to create 67,635 jobs, will serve Fomina and other towns in the Adanse Fomina district. This falls in line with government's agenda to transform Ghana's health sector for posterity.
The inauguration of the Fomina Hospital project in the Adanse North district of the Ashanti region marks the end of a prolonged delay in its completion. Construction started in 2014, but the project faced multiple postponements due to lack of funding. However, the government recently released some money for continuation and possibly completion of the project. The hospital has 120-bed capacity for children, maternity, male and female wards. The facility comes with a pharmacy, a unit for scanning, OPD, a fully installed oxygen plant, a morgue, and 100-capacity staff bungalow. At the inauguration, President Akufo-Addo emphasized the completion of the hospital was a testament to his government commitment to constructing modern health facilities across the country. The Minister for Health, Dr. Bernard Okuboi, averred that 3,000 hospital bed spaces more are expected to be added to the already existing bed spaces in the Ashanti region.
Mr. President, by January 2017, when you were sworn in, all these facilities under this NMS project were at an average level of 20% completion. You didn't abandon them. You worked hard to make sure that they see the light of day, and that is worth mentioning. Your Excellency, by January 2025, the Ashanti region is expected to have about 2,000 beds added to their health infrastructure capacity. If you add those on Agenda 111 list for the Ashanti region, you are looking at close to 3,000 beds addition within an 8-year period.
President Akufo-Addo indicated the project forms part of his agenda for transformation in the health sector. According to the president, his government will complete all stalled projects in the country.
By the end of 2024, we'll also complete several significant projects, including the Urology and Nephrology Center of Excellence at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the construction of 11 district hospitals and 1 polyclinic in the Ashanti, Eastern, Greater Accra, and Ahafo regions, and various treatment and holding centers.
He stressed that the government is progressing with the construction of Agenda 111 projects.
Government's determination to improving our healthcare delivery system is evident in the Agenda 111 initiative, which is providing 101 standard 100-bed district hospitals with accommodation for doctors and nurses in districts without district hospitals, 6 new regional hospitals for each of the 6 new regions, rehabilitating the Efia Nkwanta Hospital in the Western region, building 1 new regional hospital for the Western region, and 2 psychiatric hospitals for 2 of the 3 zones of the country, i.e. the Middle and North.
He disclosed that the 6 newly created regions will have regional hospitals, 11 district hospitals, and 1 polyclinic, all fully complete before the close of 2024.
Away from health, Military Secretary Air Commodore Edu Jemfi says special reports on interviews conducted by military committees indicates that Richard Jakpa was released from the army for indebtedness and general misconduct. According to portions of the documents requested from the subpoenaed military officials by the defense team of the third accused, the conduct of Richard Jakpa, who was at the time a lieutenant in the regiment, was not only unacceptable but smacked of indiscipline, lackadaisical and unprofessional behavior. Air Commodore Edu Jemfi was a defense witness for Mr. Jakpa, whose dismissal has become a topic of interest in the ongoing ambulance purchase trial.
On the witness stand on Thursday and answering questions from lawyers of Richard Jakpa, the third accused in the ambulance trial, Air Commodore Edu Jemfi, the military secretary, said he did not release the military records on Mr. Jakpa but is aware the said records were given to the Attorney General by the Minister for Defense and he, as the military secretary, did not release them. Theodore Sorry, lawyer for the accused person, then asked the process of dismissal of his client from the military. The MS, in his answer, said Mr. Jakpa's release instructions was as a result of various reports, discussions and interviews that had taken place. When it got to the turn of the Attorney General, Godfred Dami Yeboah, to cross-examine the witness, he tendered two documents through the defense witness. The documents were initially requested by Mr. Jakpa and his defense team. However, they declined tendering them. The documents are two special reports authored in May 2004 and 2007. On investigations conducted into the behavior of Mr. Jakpa. The first report, which was written in May 2004, detailed misconduct by the disgraced military officer who allegedly disobeyed orders by taking a military vehicle detailed with a driver home, sacked the driver upon getting home and keeping the vehicle overnight. In other instances, Richard Jakpa, who was sent on training, missed many of his classes and also failed to return to his unit in Sunyani after taking his practical promotional exams in 2002. The second report, written in 2007, shows how the then Lieutenant R.A. Jakpa was indebted to a local Lebanese national, one Tarek Ezzedine, to the tune of $400 when he was sent on a peacekeeping mission to Lebanon and only paid after strong messages from GANCON headquarters. Mr. Jakpa is also said to have taken a loan of $300 from the military pay office at the time when he was cash-strapped. The report states that persistent instructions for him to pay back the loan went unheeded, so the money was converted into local currency and deducted fully from his salary. Again, Richard Jakpa, during his time in the military, was given some items and money by Ghanaians residents in Beirut to be delivered to relatives in Ghana and failed to send the items until he was instructed to do so. According to the report, these and some other unofficial documented misconducts by Lieutenant Jakpa accumulated into his dishonorable discharge from the military. Hearing continues on Tuesday, July 23. Meanwhile, according to a case planned by the trial court, the Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Alban Bagbin, is expected to take the witness stand on October 8, 2024. Mr. Bagbin, who was a Minister of Health at the time of the ambulance deal, is being subpoenaed by Richard Jakpa to testify in the case.
The courts are pivotal players in global governance and international security. The African Union and African countries are actively engaging in efforts to address the multifaceted crisis sparked by Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. This conflict has emphasized the urgent need for collective action to secure global peace, recognizing the gravity of the situation. The West African Network for Peace Building, WANEP, collaborating partners, has organized a key seminar aimed at finding sustainable solutions to the war outside the continent. Despite these efforts, a comprehensive path to peace remains elusive.
The scale of raging Russia and Ukraine conflict is staggering and has shocked the world with profound and fear-reaching consequences. With no end in sight, its impact is being felt across various domains worldwide, reshaping economies, geopolitics, and global security. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the West African Network for Peace Building, in collaboration with 8 partners, have organized a crucial seminar titled The African Peace Mission and Ukraine Peace Formula: Strategic Engagements on Regional Security, Nuclear Safety, and Human Rights. The seminar aims to explore sustainable solutions to the war beyond the continent. A professor of comparative politics at the National University of Kyiv Mohyla Academy, Professor Oleksiy Haran, has called for international support to aid Ukraine in its fight for independence.
There's no other nation in the world which would like to have the peace more than Ukrainians. But we do not agree to the peace which would be imposed on us by aggressor at the concessions. So we shouldn't, concess our territory and our security.
The head of the Peace Building Investigations Program at the Institute of Justice and Reconciliation, Professor Tim Marithia, highlighted the importance of collective action in addressing the complex challenges facing the world today.
As human beings and also as Pan-Africanists and those who subscribe to the spirit of Ubuntu, we are human beings through other human beings, and therefore we should continue to engage with these sorts of issues. And the African Peace Mission is a first opportunity for Africa to engage internationally and should be acknowledged as a significant contribution to laying the tracks for peacemaking going forward.
The African Ukraine-Russia Peace Historic Mission in June 2023, led by South Africa, represented African state collective commitment in finding a diplomatic solution to the war, and a great milestone for the continent, as it was arguable the first time African states were intervening to resolve a conflict outside Africa.
The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, has pledged its continued support to the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Maritime Coordination Centers. Now, this initiative aims at enhancing the efficiency and legal status of the centers responsible for coordinating information sharing and maritime security activities in the ECOWAS maritime domain.
Maritime insecurity has long been a persistent threat to the economic development and integration of West African maritime communities. The transnational nature of these challenges has significantly delayed the full potential of the ECOWAS maritime domain. Despite these obstacles, the coordination centers have made notable strides in reducing maritime incidents in the region. In efforts dedicated to maximizing the effectiveness of operations and interventions, the latest engagement focused on the institutional structure of the maritime coordination centers, emphasizing the need for a robust framework to optimize their functionality. The UNODC has expressed its support for the ongoing efforts by ECOWAS to address the challenges faced by these centers, particularly in terms of funding and legal status, to ensure they can effectively achieve their objectives.
Drug trafficking and trying to make sure that the Gulf of Guinea is not a safe zone for transnational organized crime. That is why ECOWAS set up 4 maritime coordination centers. These are observatories of our maritime domain. They watch over the waters. There is one center in Cotonou, one center in Accra, another one in Praia, in Cabo Verde, with the regional coordinating center also in Abidjan.
In a gesture of international cooperation, the government of Denmark has agreed to fund the recent meeting, highlighting the critical role of partnership in addressing maritime security issues. The Danish support is part of the Danish Maritime Security Program for the Gulf of Guinea, facilitated through UNODC.
We established a Danish program called the Maritime Security Program 10 years ago. And since then we have supported first Ghana and Nigeria, and lately we have increased our support to also include the other countries in the region, going from Côte d'Ivoire all the way to Cameroon. in order to have to show that when we want to support these countries or this region, we also want to support them in their own role, finding regional local solutions to the problems at hand.
The ongoing collaboration aims to enhance peace and security efforts in the sub-region, aligning with the broader mandate of promoting economic development and integration. It also served as an opportunity to congratulate Denmark on its recent election to the United Nations Security Council for the period 2025-2026, further cementing the strong ties and shared goals between the involved parties.
And the president of International Union University, IUU, Professor Dr. Mohammed Khair Al-Gabani, and his partners are in Ghana to construct a library and a museum in honor of Ghana's national chief imam, Dr. Usman Nuhu Shaributu. When the team called on Dr. Shaributu in Accra, Dr. Al-Gabani announced that the university will, in addition, provide free educational scholarships to 500 brilliant and needy students in Ghana this year.
A robust education system not only broadens access to opportunities but also enhances health and strengthens community resilience. Simultaneously, it fuels economic growth. To reinforce and accelerate these positive, this year, 500 brilliant and needy students in Ghana stand to benefit from free educational scholarships offered by the International Union University. During a visit to the National Chief Imam, Dr. Usman Nuhu Shaributu in Accra, the president of the International Union University, Professor Dr. Mohammed Khair Al-Gabani, announced that the online scholarship application process would be soon open for students aspiring to further their education at the university. Successful applicants will have the opportunity to attend professional universities in Indonesia, Turkey, and Iraq.
So he's here with an offer. 500 student scholarship for Ghana. And he's here also to go digital university.
He stated that plans are underway to secure a land for the construction of a library and museum in honor of Ghana's national chief imam, Dr. Usman Nuhu Shaributu, with groundbreaking expected in September 2024. A key figure in this initiative, Nana Yawinsia Sari, believes it will undoubtedly have a significant impact on Ghana's youth.
Away from education, let's take you to the foreign front now. A Kenyan court has suspended a move by the police to ban protests in the capital, Nairobi, and surrounding areas until further notice. The police on Wednesday issued the order citing their leadless nature that has made it difficult to enforce safety, adding the protests had been infiltrated by criminals. It came after a month of anti-government protests in which scores of people have been killed.
Online protesters had called for people to gather on Thursday at the Uhuru Park in the city center before marching to the State House. Police had said no demonstrations will be permitted in the Nairobi Central Business District and its surroundings until further notice to ensure public safety. The acting head of police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, said in a statement that the decision was taken after receiving credible intelligence that organized criminal groups were planning to take advantage of the ongoing protest. It added that its decision had also been informed by the lack of designated leadership in previous demonstrations that had made it difficult to enforce safety protocols. The High Court later temporarily suspended the order pending the hearing of a suit filed by a civil rights organization. The ban has sparked outrage online, with some arguing that the police do not have such powers, as Kenyan law gives citizens the right to hold demonstrations. Since the protest began, the president has backed down and agreed to some of the protesters' demands, including dropping the contentious finance bill and firing his entire cabinet. The head of the police also resigned, but people have been calling for more action against the governance and corruption and for police to account for the deaths of dozens of demonstrators at recent rallies. According to the state-funded Kenyan National Commission on Human Rights, at least 50 protesters have been killed and 413 injured since the protest started on 18th June.
And there will be more of that news on our website, gbcghanaonline.com. Let's now bring you the lotto numbers, the winning numbers for Excel Thursday. And the winning numbers are 59, 59, 44, 44, 33, 33, 18, 18, and 63, 63. Again, the winning numbers for Excel Thursday are 59, 59, 44, 44, 33, 33, 18, 18, and 63, 63. I am Altiti Saida Sadek. Up next, we'll go to our tech corner as we usually do on Friday and look at thriving in a digital economy. There's a lot more for you to expect on the show this Friday on GTV Breakfast. So do stay with us, do not flip the channel and expect.
Live from GBC Studio.
It's now time for us to do the tech corner, and our man, David Jedu, still feeling the Volta vibes from his trip around the Volta region, distributing laptops and things like nobody's business and giving out lots of education. He's here with us in men's favorite color, blue. Yeah. You know that, right? Yeah. That's our favorite color. Yeah. Our favorite hairstyle for women is cornrow, and our favorite color is blue. No two ways about it. Great. How are you, brother?
I'm good, bro.
You good?
Yeah.
Nice one. Talk to us about what we're doing today, thriving in a digital economy.
Yeah.
You know, so a couple of days back, there was a story in the news which said 1.9 million youths are walking around in Ghana without education, without training. And it's a crazy figure for me. And I was thinking, wow, in this time. And so we thought, let's bring David here to let people know that there are opportunities that are available. And you don't have to be part of that 1.9 million statistic. So,
exactly.
Charlie, over to
so
you.
That statistic was coming from the Ghana
Statistical Service.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So, and they term that as the NEET. That's the N-E-E-T.
Yes.
Not education, employment,
and
and training.
Wow.
Right. So,
Neat.
and that is between the ages of 15 to 35 years. And that is the potential economy, the youth. And almost about 1.9 million
young Ghanaians.
No education or non-education, a training and employment.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that is something that we need to look into. And today we're talking about a different world whereby we can also take advantage of it. That is the digital economy.
Thank you.
How do we strive through? How do we get into there? And I know that there is a survey that we did, and we found out that if you take 10 people there on the space, almost about 7 people had not been successful on the space. 3 of them would have been successful. So what is really happening now that we know the digital economy? When we're talking about the digital economy, we are talking about what happens on the space. And one of the easiest way to find is on your social platforms, on the internet, where you go and do buy and sell, where you go educate yourself. So that space is a digital economy. How can these 1.9 million and above could be able to be part of this offer or this opportunity? And that's all that we're going to look today. The point here is that we need first, before you can be employed, you need to have either education or training.
Yeah, so you need the skill. You need to know how to do something.
So you don't fold your hands in your pocket and expect a company to hire your service to do what?
Good point you're making. Years ago, when I was a young manager in Kumasi, I was in my office, and then I heard kok. The man enters. I said, yes, how can I help you? He says, I'm looking for a job. I said, oh, great stuff. What can you do? He said, oh, anything. And I said, wait for me. Then I went out of my office and came back with a broom. And I handed him the broom. I said, congratulations, you are employed. He said, but no, I can't sweep. I have a degree. And I said, but when you came here, young man, what did you say when I asked you, what can you do? You said, you can do anything. So I've given you a broom. And I think he got his lesson. That don't just say anything. You must know what to do, but you must have skills. So it's really important, all right? Know what to do, what you want to do, and have skills as well.
Exactly.
And the digital economy can give us those access.
Give us all those things, right? And these, the point here is that irrespective of wherever you are, you can be part of this digital space that we're going to talk about. Okay. So let's talk about some educative contents here. We're starting with Google. Google has what we call the Google Digital Garage. That is called the Skill Shop.
Okay.
Right. So here you can come to Google. Google is giving you free courses, right, available on digital marketing and the rest, understanding customer over mobile phones, and so there's a lot of courses here.
Skills
that
you can learn.
That you can get all these skills for free, right? And you know how Google is advanced and powerful. So public speaking, careful, there you come, and that is for free, so you can get it. And you see, we have it here, beginner. This is not an advanced, beginner. You can have it, learn your next job,
promote your business with content.
Yes.
No, this is great.
Yeah, exactly. So the site to check.
Skill Shop.
Yes. But when you go to Google, you just search for Google Digital Garage, and you get it. And the good news here is that some of them comes with certification.
Great stuff.
So Ghana here, we rally around.
We like our certificates.
It's good. Right.
This show is going to be viral. Because you are giving people lots of tips.
Exactly.
Yeah, great stuff. Show us another one.
So the next one we're going to go to, this already.
The almighty Coursera.
Yeah. So we have Coursera here, whereby you can have a lot of skills for here.
Look at that number. 7,000 plus world-class courses. You're not paying anything.
Yes, you're not paying anything. For free. So what are you waiting for? Right. So we need these skills. Then my favorite, all-time favorite,
Digital Defined.
Yes, that's my all-time favorite. Here you come here, you have a lot of courses here. Some are for free, some are paid. And the good news here is that this website was developed after COVID. And some of the renowned institutions, universities came together and said, what can we give back to the community after these hard times. So some of the universities slashed some of the courses for free. MIT is doing it, Harvard is doing it. All here, you just
look at the numbers, my brother.
Yes, 4 million
plus learners, 96,000 plus courses. You have university courses, you have executive programs, you have free courses.
Yeah. So when you click under the free courses, it comes from so many. So we have 45,000 free online courses, right?
Free Harvard University courses, Google courses, coding courses. Coding is a big thing now.
Yes, it's a big thing.
One of the political, I think the NDC's presidential candidate has a 1 million coders program.
Yes.
So if you want to take part,
you just have that.
Go get your coding.
And free certificates, courses, free MIT. MIT is one of the best IT schools in the world. We have free personal development courses, free digital marketing courses, free digital defense certificates, and Excel. Excel is a very big thing.
Yes.
And if you know Excel, I'm telling you, most of the banks are now employing people because of Excel knowledge. Web development. So, CAF, this is what is happening. And before we could be part of this digital economy, we need skills. So we started getting the skills. So these are some of the platforms to get the skills. And another almighty here is the W3 schools. What are we going to do here? For programming, so lovers. So your kid want to, right now they are home. The BEC students are home. What are they doing? The child is just on TikTok, Facebook, watching, leaked videos, unnecessary things happen on the space. What can your child do this morning? Right, come to W3 schools, take a course for free. So you have Python, almighty. I write Python, Java, CSS, HTML, SQL. We have a lot of them. See,
just come and learn.
Just come and learn for free.
It's not just the children who are at home. Even the parents need to learn some of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some of the parents are watching the leaked videos also. Parents, get off the leaked videos and come and learn stuff. And it's a tough economy. Stop complaining when you are watching leaked videos on TikTok and other places.
And they're complaining that data is expensive. But when they hear there's a leak, they would.
Where is it? Send me the link. Send me the link. No, please come and learn. It's only for your children.
So, CAF, we have this here. So W3 schools, for everything that you want to learn is there. So we have that here. So here, let me come here to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we have academy.hubspot.
Grow your career from quick practical courses to comprehensive certifications. Learn everything you need to know about the most sought after business skills. 100% free. It's online. All you need is data. All you need is data.
They have it. They have the data, trust me.
They do it. They do it. Yeah. And my data hack is to buy the biggest amount of data. I'm an MTN person, so I buy the 350 CDs one. It gives me 92 gig. Yeah. And I can use it for 3-4 months.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
So manage data.
Yeah, that's how
do you know my side? 21 days I use 1.2 terabyte.
My brother, you use a lot of data. Yeah, but you buy the most expensive one. Don't be buying 10 CD. No, like a Joshua going from here, Abochanya to No. Buy the long one. Buy the big one. Buy the big one.
That's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So yes, we want to grow our digital economy. So we get these things for free.
Okay.
Right? So now, after getting all these, what are some of the areas we are looking into?
Show me, brother.
Freelancing.
Show me, brother.
Freelancing. So the first one we go here is Upwork. CAF. What can I do?
Okay.
I have been to all these platforms.
I've learned the skills.
What can I do, CAF?
Now I go and sell my skills.
Here, high skills. For pros, right? So we have it here. You kindly cancel that for me here. So whatever I want to do, this platform gives you the opportunity to showcase what you have.
So you have clients there, and you have freelancers looking for work.
Yes.
Clients looking for people to do their work for them.
Their work for them.
So you sign up.
So whatever you want, you just sign up. So Upwork.
People are working Upwork from Ghana.
Yes, exactly. A lot of people. So you can just put up your gig there.
Okay.
And this one, the difference between Upwork, this one is not a remote work. Let's get it clear. Now, this one, you are putting out your gig there, what you can do. So when they need your service, they call you wherever you are.
How do they pay me, my brother?
They pay you through, sometimes these ones, they pay you through, some of them pay you through your wallet. So some you can, if you are getting local business, you could do your bank or your Momo, or you can do your PayPal account, you can do international payment system.
So there are various ways.
Most of the challenges with some of these online content creators are they are not able to create PayPal account. But guess what? When Facebook was not monetized in Ghana here, people are still getting access to people abroad to be able to monetize their page over there for them. You are not ready. If you are ready, you get the way out of it.
Yeah.
You are not ready.
Speak to David. He will show you the hacks.
Yeah. So so you join it, Upwork. Go and put whatever you can do. What can you do? Put it there, right? So Upwork is there. And then we have these guys here also.
Freelancer.com.
.com.
Hire the best freelancers for any job online.
Yes. So this one, you are not working for anybody. They are not giving you any time restrictions. This morning, you have to be here. I've done. No, this one, you are just the boss on your own. Right, you just put whatever you can do there, and then there you go, right? So we have that, and we have this one too. TopTal too, the same thing. So also hire professions. So after you getting all these skills online, you are able to, come to platforms like this to put your services there.
I was looking for a black face. I found her. Yeah,
why not?
Danielle,
you will find
product designer.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
So we have a lot of this, and then these are for designers.
99designs.com.
Yeah.
Grow with great design.
Yeah. So now, growing in the digital space, one thing we've learned that we need to make our space beautiful. And how do we make our space beautiful? By designing.
Good design.
Right now, we are putting motivational messages there. Everyone needs a design. So you could be a designer on a space, and you could be earning some few money there, right? So that is that there. So we have that. We have this one too.
Virtual.
Yeah.
So you can hire a virtual assistant to help you with your work.
Yeah. So now abroad, I have friends who are into this medical side. They are doctors, and they are not going to the hospital. They are home, and all that they have is their Wi-Fi and their phones around them, and they are assisting people virtually for support. This one, what are you doing in the office that you can't? Maybe your internet, you have issues around. Your printer is not coming. It could be just a small troubleshooting. It's not now calling the technician to drive all the way from Mamprobi to your space in Tema. The person can assist you virtually on such platforms like this. And these ones, the call comes from so many areas. And do you know why a lot of people love to use platforms like this?
Tell me.
The point here is one. When we are, let's say, if you're in the US, right, the charges there may be high. When it comes to platforms like this, they get better gig, better deal. Right, so maybe in their country the charges for such support is high, so they rather go on a space, get the same support at a very cool rate, and then they are done.
Shall I show more? Blow my mind.
So we have that here, and Kaf here.
Swagbox.
What are we going to do here? I know this is for many, right? So here, Kaf, we are just going to do a survey, and you make money.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot of people on the space saying that, oh yes, we make money online, and they sometimes see the point is some of the digital content creators are not showing us the right way. They just tell us, and it's like as if it's easy like that. It's not. This place, you save money, you make money. So how do you save money and make money? So here you join a free survey that they've been doing, right? So what is this about? I have a product coming up. I want people to test the product, how effective is it? We call something piloting. I don't have the time to pilot it over a geographical area. What I'm doing is that I'm doing on a space. I have a program developer. I want to see how competent, how effective the program could be. So then I'm now engaging you to assess those products for me, and I'll give you something small. When it comes to the blockchain technology, we call something air dump, free airdrops. You go if you get airdrop, just like that. Boys are getting it, so that's
and this is how much they've paid out already. Over 597 million USD for people
so
doing surveys.
So you do survey, yes, same here.
Toluna.
Yeah, Toluna.
Sounds like a nickname in secondary school.
Yeah, it could be.
Toluna.
So that one too, same.
What is this? Influencers? Okay, all right, okay.
And then we have the
prolific.com. This is
you also take a task and also do. So they give you a task, then you do daily,
and they pay you.
And you getting paid. So instead of you watching those things, you could be also getting tax on the space and make money. Then we come here, Kaf. One of the challenging moments here, and I've been getting a lot of DM about this, and I decided to add this, right? It's a skill. I believe that Facebook has become one of the popular social apps, and you and I, we are on it. People are making money out of whatever we are doing there. Others too are giving out free resources. So here, how can we make money out of Facebook?
Tell us, my brother.
Facebook has even provided it themselves. They call it Facebook Blueprint. Facebook Blueprint. Just go on Google, and it takes you here. webfacebook.business/learn here. They give you how to make money on their platform. They give you all the insight, all what you need to know. Don't go and ask somebody and the person will be telling you what he feels, what he thinks.
Right there. How can I make money on Facebook?
Yes, it's there. Facebook ads and your business goals, inspire your audience to take action, minimize a lot of Facebook advertising tools, what you need to know. So you are on Facebook, you don't know all these things, but you want to make money on Facebook. How? I hear people call me, DK, I've heard that Facebook has come to Ghana. How can I make money on Facebook now?
Go to Meta Blueprint.
Yeah, Meta Blueprint. Right?
That's all.
And you get all these things.
For lack of knowledge, our people perish, lad.
Yeah.
They perish.
Yeah.
So this is it.
CAF, and last one to also give
Future Learn.
Yes. So this one, Future Learn, talks about the people who are into the fintech. Now, the fintech is one of the communities that's growing very fast and big and large. We're talking about finance against technology. That's where now we have the interoperability, we have the mobile money, we have the Zelle, we have all those people able to transact. So you can come here to get education or get knowledge here, and you integrate it in whatever you are doing.
And these are the top subjects.
Yes.
Business management, healthcare and medicine, teaching, tech and IT, psychology and mental.
Yes.
And you can get started with it. So if you have zero skills, zero knowledge, you can actually get started.
CAF, you can have a lot of things to do online. Now, let's talk about this, CAF. We've shown all these. People sometimes feel that it's easy to come in there, right? Now, one of the things that I have started the content creating, and we find out, and I always want to tell people the truth, CAF. Sometimes it's not as easy as you think. I said that if you take 10 people there, 7 people have failed and 3 people survived. How did they survive? It's because sometimes, one, we are eager to make money. A guy came to me, DK, I want you to develop a website for me, and I'll put an AdSense on it, and a week time I want to start making money. Because he has heard it that somebody, he came to me that a web developer said that he makes like $1,000 every month on Google. And I said, check the guy's life against whatever he's saying. It doesn't match. Some of these guys talk too much, and it's not, they are not ending, but because of them to get to you to do for them, maybe they want you to give them the gig to do, they will be talking so much, and at the end of the day, they are not getting anything as they are claiming they are. So the point here is that we need patience on the space. Whatever you have started this morning doing, it's not like automatic. CAF, you've been doing this, you know it. It's not automatic. It doesn't. You don't create a website today, put an AdSense on it, and start making money the next month.
YouTube doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that. Even YouTube has policies. You need to reach some goals. 4,000 watch hours, you need 1,000 subscribers. And even that, after that, you need to be able to, the ads that they place on it, you have to also do some setting on it, so that if you want to get more, and some of the content, where your audience are coming from, all depends. So it's not automatic, right? So that is one of the things. And the fear to fail. They fear to fail. A lot of people fear that, when they do this, they'll fail. See, CAF, with me...
It's our training, You
see,
remember when we were in primary school, Monday morning, mental. You come up from the weekend, you are happy, you come to classroom, and then the teacher says, okay, 4 times 4 times 4, 6 times 6 times 8, 10 questions. Then they go and mark. If you have everything wrong, 1 wrong, 2, 3. Look,
so it's having
if you have 10 wrong, so nobody wants to make mistakes again. It's our training. Those teachers who were terrorizing us, we pray for you. Yeah, we pray for you. We pray for you.
I'm just
you're remembering, right?
My maths teacher.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
My goodness. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. We can only pray for them. The violence they cause on us, and that's what makes Ghanaians and Africans afraid to make mistakes. Because you make a mistake, you're punished. But if you had 9 correct out of the 10 and they still knocked your head with the 1, what's wrong with you? 9 over 10 is 90%. Yes. Why do you punish somebody for 90%? So it didn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense now. I hope they're not doing that to our children with mental and hitting people on the head with hard rulers. So that's what makes people afraid to fail. But you have to fail to succeed.
Yes, you have to fail to succeed. So with myself, sometimes you go here, people say all sort of things, and the same person comes to your DM, boss, I need your help.
Look at him.
And like, come on, you see. So one of the space is not helping ourselves. See, let's create a good space for ourselves. We can only help ourselves. You see, when you go, I look for a lot of solutions. I want to develop solutions. And some of the solutions, the big time solutions you're ever thinking of, it's not developed by one person. So let's develop teamwork.
Yes.
We hear the tech people, everybody they feel say he be organ. He learns something, then that be all. He will just talk against you anyhow. But if you're able to collaborate, till now, these things we show, most of them are developed by these white people. What are we doing? What are we doing for ourselves in the space?
Too many cobras in the system.
Too many. PAD. Pull him down. It's the syndrome. PAD issue. So one, The second one is that they fear to fail. Don't mind them. Whatever they do, just keep consistent, right? And the last one is sometimes they feel that they need to put a lot of money into it.
No,
Calf,
you don't
I've met a lot of people that they say, oh, I have to buy camera, I have to do this, I have
Start with
to
your
do
phone, my brother.
Whatever you have, there should be a process.
Start with your phone.
So this morning we are saying that these things we are saying, don't think that you're going to buy iPhone 13 Pro Max, 14 before you can start these things. You can start it. You are watching TikTok, right? The same as phone, you can go on these platforms. It doesn't need computer.
No.
Did we say computer here?
No,
just internet. And go there. So these are some of the things that it really hinders a lot of people. So they have heard this several times, but they are not taking the advantage to venture into it because these things are their problems. They feel that they need a lot of gadgets, they need a lot of fans. They are afraid how people are going to, tag them and all those things. So if you are able to, overcome these things, I believe that we will not be part of that 1.9 million. The age was critical.
15
to 35 years.
Yeah. From
1.9.
JHS to, finish school.
No education, no training.
Yes. No employment.
No employment.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, don't be part of that neat statistic.
Yeah.
No employment, no education, no training. No. You can learn stuff.
Yeah, stuff. We talk about Google Digital.
One of my colleagues here, he studied banking and finance at UPSA, but he started doing photography.
Wow.
And now he's doing social media, online.
And he's making it.
Of course. Yes, I work with him.
Yeah.
yeah. So you can learn this stuff. When you're not a stone, a stone, if you don't move it, it stays there. You are not a stone. You're not a rock. You can move. You are made in the image of God. You can learn stuff. So this is gold that you have just given them. Forget about galamsey. This is the real gold. This is the real gold that will expand
your brain.
I pray they
see that is a gold.
It's gold, pure gold right here. I mean, some of the sites that you've showed me right now, I'm going to use them. And Digital Defined, Tiny Wow, so many things that you still have that, right? I still have it in my brain. Yeah. Finally, what do you want to tell people about thriving in a digital economy? Somebody wants to start now, today. Is fired up. What should the person do?
So please, the first thing is that don't give up. Don't let anything distract you. Start it. Since you are able to watch me on Facebook, you can do this, right? We spoke about how to make money on Facebook. A blueprint, Facebook blueprint. Go there, get the knowledge. The first thing is that get the knowledge, and out of the knowledge, you can make some money. Is that it? So don't think that people, and let's stop the copying. Everybody is doing A, B, C, D, so we have to copy like that. And let's try to learn more. We have said this. If you want to watch it, keep on. Go to Facebook. Repeat this show, take it, pause it, get all the sites down and research. At least one of them will be for you.
It be so. My brother, thank you so much. Any shout outs you want to make?
Yeah. So yes, to Cyber One Defense, to all the directors, Foster, Madam Hilda, Ike, Prince, everyone, right? Cyber One Defense, God bless you for doing that. And still to our Volta people, right? We will surely be coming back to Volta because that experience was wow. And we are located at Abelempe, adjacent the Central Mosque, and the number to always call us is +233 552 373603 +233 552 373603. Calf.
Alrighty, and I also have a shout out here to a really special person celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Her name is Dorothy Ejapoma in Cancer, but we all know her as OBK1. Yeah, she's turning a very special age tomorrow. Shout outs to you, OBK. We love you. Keep doing your stuff. Keep making yourself proud. And then we are also proud of you. So that's our shout out today. If you have any shout outs for us, send it to our WhatsApp 055-556-1034. My name is Kapwi Day. It's not my birthday, but I'm happy. And I think you're happy too.
I'm happy.
You be so. We've got conversations on riding around Africa, how to bring back the spark in your relationship. Thelma sits down with the all-female panel to discuss the headlines. Your messages on 055-556-1034. I'm going to check out some of these sites that David just dropped on us. So you stick around. Social media corner around the corner, as well as sports. Don't go anywhere.
Expect anything and everything. And today of all days, today our regional of the week goes to Volta region, Team Volta.
Yes.
You do all.
We are doing the
the most.
Yes, yes, we are the best.
And you have a great rep. People on the video corner. So today we are doing things differently. We have a prop.
You know how you need Christ in your life as a backend, to face life and all that.
This is our own.
Yeah, this is our own. Today we have our personal God in the studio here with us, driving us forward. Yes. You need something to push us. We have to end the week on a strong note.
And he made a promise.
Really?
Promise to the director, and that's why he was allowed here. He said he was not going to speak, not going to just be mute.
But if we start speaking to our gods and then they speak to us, I'll be
what? So we take on our gods.
We take on our own like that. Yes. So welcome. How's your week been? Today I woke up and I was questioning my life choices. I'm back on the grind, so I'm happy to be here. What about you?
Look, my sleep was like a bit short, but look, we like to do this, so we're happy to be here. We're taking you back into time, people, way back into time. This video we're about to pull up, I know for sure that the Gen Zs have no idea, because we asked a couple of people, they're like,
Gen Zs and then Generation Alpha and all those people, those who do there. Well, how do they do those things?
Chile! Jay, is this way.
Is this way rather?
Like a hat. Huh? Yes, like this way.
I thought it would be like this.
Yeah. Some sort of thing. And then, you have to wear the socks. So this generation didn't have no idea about this. So we are taking you back into time. And for those of us who know what this is, let us know. Our socials are active. GTV Ghana. Our WhatsApp is 05555610034. People, enjoy this video. So this says that around that time when the lantern or the bobo was in use in Ghana, it was worldwide as well.
Yeah. That's what they used to prospect for gold back in the day. The ship sailors and all that.
Yeah. People, to our next trend. So this is a prop, and keeping our fingers crossed that this prop would not move or no sign until the end of the SMC. We are keeping our fingers crossed for this prop. To our next trend, this is a young lady who we would... It's just spectacular.
Yeah.
This is just spectacular.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Do you remember what you used to say?
I had like 4 things. But I remember one used to be a truck driver. I wanted to be a truck driver.
For someone here, he wanted to be an idol,
Yeah. People,
and yes,
enjoy this video.
To be a doctor, I suppose.
Hello, dog.
Hello,
dog.
Hello,
dog.
Hello,
dog.
Hello,
dog.
Hello.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the ICU.
What is the emergency?
My patient has
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Doc, your patients have what?
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Hey, really?
Yes.
What disease is that?
It's a lung disease contracted from inhaling volcano particles.
Hey, Doc. And the disease is what? Pneumono what?
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
So your patient is at the intensive. Doc.
Hello.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the ICU.
What is the emergency?
My patient has pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Doc, your patient have what?
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Hey, really?
Yes.
What disease is that?
It's a lung disease contracted from inhaling volcano particles.
Hey, Doc. And the disease is what? Pneumono what?
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
So your patient is at the intensive.
Do you want to try
No,
to
please,
repeat
no,
that?
no, I do not want. Lord Doc, we need you in the studio so you can diagnose this.
What's happening?
Yeah.
People, this girl is off on the internet.
And
so
she says it so smooth.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so we are liking her. She's at the Little Doc on social media. And if you go onto their page, you find a lot more content like this.
Yeah.
Jay.
If she's not in the ICU, she's creating content for
Yeah,
the rest
if
of
she's
us.
not in the ICU. Yeah, Jay, you're back. Yes.
What's
What's happening with Burna Boy?
So 5 years
Very
ago,
fluent.
he released the African Giant, and then under the kind auspices of YouTube Music, Manifest joined Burna Boy in London to perform their song Another Story, which is off that same album, African Giant. I don't know if you remember the album. A lot of hit tracks on it and everything. So we have some highlights. We have some highlights for you. So at the moment, we'd like to...
We'll bring that back.
We'll bring that back.
Bring it back.
Yes.
But
And
then we found
the
the
human version.
real life versions of Tom and Jerry, and they are in Nigeria. We found all of this on
Why did you
social
have to
media.
add that part?
No, but I have to say where they are from. They are from Nigeria, people. So we put a couple of their videos together. It's Friday, so things are light on here. Enjoy Tom and Jerry, Nigerian edition. This can only happen in Nigeria, but if this was happening in Ghana, though, who would you think would do this? Who would you think would do this?
I can't think of anyone at the moment. Can you think of anyone?
Yes, I know who can be.
I'm racking my brains right now, but I can't see anybody doing this at all.
Yeah, I have an idea. So there's a second video of Nigeria's Tom and Jerry. We found them, people. We are loving their videos. We know you are too. Let's enjoy it together.
creating content is not easy, I must
Charlie,
say. You know.
Imagine the behind the scenes.
And you know, people think comedy is so easy to do, but then again, for a comedian to do a serious movie, you know that the person has serious acting chops. So kudos to them. They may be playing a lot, but Charlie, I'm not sure it's easy to do.
No, it's not easy to make someone laugh.
Yeah.
You can't be sad in peace anymore.
Oh yeah, just have data. Yeah, just have data.
Just have data.
Yeah.
So the next video that's coming up for our marketing people, what sort of marketing technique is this? Enjoy the video.
Don't run! Put it there! Put it, don't run! Hey!
Run.
The next day.
Oh!
What sort of marketing technique is this?
If this is what he does to get people to buy the product, then if he's interested in a lady, what will happen? The way he will pursue you. Just imagine.
He can't breathe. I mean, he went away.
Is this talking or is actually romance or what?
Aggressive marketing. Aggressive marketing.
Just imagine. So what techniques do you use in order to let somebody buy your products? Let us know. Share it on our socials as well. So, Akabeneza is at it again, isn't he?
Him and Checheku.
You know, he sets the mood for us, you know, here on the SMC. And I know our producer loves him a lot. And so do all of you. There's this one that back in the day, I don't know, my friends also did a version of it. The
Okay, don't let us do that. People, Akabeneza and Checheku at it again.
Hey, we are not champ on what time. When you are going to any video, what is the no? What is the beginning? Oh, man, what's in your mind? What's in it? Okay, let me at you. We are met up with someone. We may pay your oil. I don't know. I said, Nana, movement until we are yet come to be talking. I don't know why I said, our band from our I was at Casabella. Already, hey, I'm going to we are not champ on what time. When you are going to any video, what is the no? What is the beginning?
Nane Champon saying, you know, there's a thing about women, yeah? When we're growing up and you ask our age, we increase it. We increase it. And when we are actually that age,
you decrease it. Yeah. For somebody like me, I've been 25 for how many years now? Over a decade. You can imagine how old I am now.
So how old are you? To our next trend, we're not going to say that. To our next trend people, so the sheep dealer the ship dealer.
Yes.
So his first video, for the first few seconds, I was a bit offended, like, hey, what's happening? Look, the guy has command over the English language.
Oh, yes, he does.
He is the son of the Queen of England.
Yes.
The
only black son.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the richest man in Ghana, actually,
yes.
as we speak.
Not just in wealth, but vocabulary as well. Yes.
And he's a sports pundit.
Yes. Also
Enjoy.
known as Oliver Kahn. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm telling to you, pretend. Jesus Christ is coming soon.
Pretend.
Jesus Christ is coming soon.
Let's say Sakawadjin.
Yesu yadai.
And pretend.
Jesus Christ is coming soon. Yesu bano. Pretend. Sakawadjin.
Okay.
Men pretend. Sakawadjin na kambone. Men pretend. Sakawadjin na kambone.
Okay. Let's say now repent so I know you.
Repent, repent. Okon concern here repent. Na se dani druwa abonsam jemwana o beko. Me pacho se sawagi. Anu ni asama ye kanwa. Sakrawadwen fa homa Yesu. De ade ye wa anya otano memfa nkoyo obi. Menka wonua woni wo ho asem.
Okay.
Yan kenu akira asem. Kofi.
Pretend.
Anu wo kan Kofi. Ajari.
Val, I say to you, pretend. 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 Nanyameba, I'm telling you, if you don't change now, you don't change your ways. Yeah.
So yeah, people.
And so at this point, we want to say OBK1, happy birthday to you. You turn a glorious age tomorrow. But before that, let's watch more of the Ship Dealer. I know you're loving his confidence, and we are as well. Enjoy this one.
Left and right. Nankupon is always right. So at you left and right. Nankupon is always right. I supposed to be some support to Boneda. By this time around there, I support the woman.
Because I'm watching for me.
I insist Kagalen Watrawa Omuma. It's what the years to Galen I had. Dabi Anukrana coffee men fans stream. I mean, come some serious. Men fans stream. Kofi me kama sem me fansre ma me kama sem what the Yesu gale na ba ho entu amu ko peye ai dabi seska gale no watra wa omma enu kwasem na me ka jo no watra ska gale no sa watra sa omma se se akodru Yesu gale enti Yesu gale de obi abepe bia e da di Yesu gale ntu de wa fansu angum kura be dai ebetu.
He's a mood for the week and beyond. Ship Dealer, it is. Here's another one. Here's another one.
Kofi, and let me shut down chair. Me chanu ten. Unim Taylor Smith.
Taylor
Smith.
Bachoy
What you female musician beer? Why you one of the richest?
Hey.
Kofi ya customer nam de jadi menya was serious reality. Me say who did Taylor Smith?
I'm not so great me.
Well, this one fan never to out we crowd say a blue. Taylor Smith.
Taylor Swift.
Blood na nya.
Event Taylor Swift.
Asa I mean come as some Taylor Swift. Wait, Taylor Smith. Some na Kofi me nya de okeka ka no kwa na me tie okra me no wo no. Uni Madonna. Wanu see a film.
Look, it's the audacity.
Charlie. The Queen's first Oldie Black Sound. You can't mess with him. Yes.
So this is our mood for the week and beyond. A special birthday to OBK, our special princess of the BFS. People, we are signing out of the social media corner.
Our idol is tired, so we have to go to sports.
Yeah, so we are going to the sports center. Yes. We're heading over there, people. Hey, Kafri D.
on football, but this time to our star boy Mohamed Kudus, and he has been ranking his best 5 goals so far in the Premier League.
These are my favorite West Ham goals that I've scored. Second goal against Freiburg.
Backing off in the Brighton of in Bowen.
Number 4 is Newcastle home game, my first goal.
Musa on the move here for West Ham. Kudus takes the touch.
Number 3 is overhead kick against Brentford.
Kudus! Oh, spectacular!
Number 2 is bicycle kick against Man City.
Ward-Prowse with the corner. Kudus!
And number 1, it's obvious. First goal against Freiburg. The one a lot of people know. The one I took it from our own box to go over to score in the opponent's half.
He's off on one of his mazy runs.
You be careful under the shelter of my smoke.
Make me try. Yeah, sorry. Headlines.
I'm not. Let's go. Daily graphic. Let's go.
Agenda 111 to create 60,000 jobs. President Akufo-Addo.
5 regional airports not commercially viable, says the Auditor General.
Okay, and on Constituency Watch, at Denton, will electric keep to tradition?
Ambulance case Jakpa was dishonorably released, says the Military Secretary.
Okay.
And those are your headlines. Today's Ghanaian Times.
Efforts to maintain order, safety, clear traders off pavement. Minister orders MMDAs in Accra.
They should go to Kigali to find out how it's done.
Yeah.
Control of cement price in Ghana, the bare facts.
Okay. President appoints COP Yohonu as Deputy IGP in charge of operations.
AU's 6th-year media coordination meeting opens in Accra. And that's how come I see all the African flags in town.
In town, yeah.
That makes sense for me.
Okay. Republic Press. NDC MPP trade blows over Fitch's findings.
Jakpa's military records exposed as Ghana Armed Forces reveals history of indiscipline and misconduct.
Okay, interesting one. Man uses drone to catch cheating wife. It's viral. The story is on page 3.
Agrada gets 200,000 CD bail over indecent materials charge. Okay, so that's your Republic Press. The Chronicle.
Afrobarometer report, Ghana's democracy soars among peers. 86% of voters say they exercise franchise in freedom.
Price control on cement sparks row.
Hamid advises LPG marketing coys to accept CRM.
Valley View, Varsity, and SDA Church honor Natoshi. And our proverb for today, the verse for today is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so if people are mourning,
the Lord.
Yeah, so says the Lord.
Yes.
It's not our words, it's the Lord. Daily Guide.
Ghana Publishing expands to Kumasi. MD drives innovation.
Still on cement, it won't. The price fixing will not address increments. Full page story on page 3.
Right. Ekwapim Benkum division endorses NPP. There's a picture of Samuel Ku.
NDC women organizers chase chairman over Ashawo comment.
On the ambulance case, Jakpa was not honorably released. The army is saying this is a picture of Richard Jakpa.
Okay.
Page 6.
All right. That's your Daily Guide this morning. The informer looting of state lands, Minister MP embroiled in accusation.
Okay. Greater Accra NDC boils over chairman's Ashawo insults.
In this issue, ending MPP NDC duopoly, third force necessary, says RTD.
Okay. Ghana's democracy hailed as citizens reject military adventurism.
Let's intensify efforts to combat learning crisis, Akufo-Addo tells African leaders.
Okay.
Security.
Security of state paramount to government. Baumia insists as he unveils police shop.
Okay, that's your informer this morning. I hope you're informed. Should I do a dance for the thing to come?
Try.
Yes, okay.
The Daily Dispatch. Over 90% of Ghanaians are free to decide who to vote for. 2024 Afrobarometer report.
GRA, which is Ghana Revenue Authority, on course to achieve 446 billion CD tax target.
Okay. MPS CEO Dr. Mustafa Hamid asks LPG marketing companies not to oppose CRM.
Ghana has been safe in your hands. Second Deputy Speaker to IGP Dampare.
Okay.
That's your Daily Dispatch this morning.
And that's it, Kaf.
Okay, that's it. So
yes,
I'm going to hand over to Thelma.
To Thelma with
this
the ladies.
time I'm going with you.
Yes, let's
All
go.
right.
But we still have to do that Stalavi. Charlie Kafui. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What did we do?
Thanks for staying on. Good morning. Welcome back to GTV Breakfast. We hope you've enjoyed all the segments so far. Thriving in a digital economy. We brought you social media corner. We brought you some sports and the news as well. If you've missed any of it, go to our social media handles, especially on our Facebook page. We are streaming the GTV Ghana everywhere. And admin says, good morning to all of you. Shout outs to you. Amagahoho this morning, Kafui Day, doing the Lord's work in the vineyard. Valerie, this breakfast show, everybody needs to be evaluated. But it's all love, and it's in that same spirit of love that we are sending the most massive birthday shout to Dorothy Ejapoma in Cancer, aka OBK1. Today you are no longer a teenager, and today you are a teenager, tomorrow you won't be anymore. So we hope that your teen years have been sweet to you, and the new year will be even sweeter. So happy birthday to you, OBK. We love you. Welcome to the headlines. I'll introduce my guests at the table. All ladies, all strong ladies, all opinionated ladies, and they'll be sharing their thoughts on what the topical stories for the day are. I'll start from my immediate left. Hamidatu Abdul Rahman is a member of the National Communications Team for the NDC. An angelic-looking, freshly minted Hajia Hamdatu Ibrahim is a former acting chairperson of the Convention People's Party, CPP, making a return to the table. And the graceful Grace Amina Boateng is a government spokesperson on infrastructure. Ladies, welcome back. Hajia, welcome back. And to the two of you, welcome to my table. I'm sitting with you for the first time. Hamdatu and Grace. When we sit at the table every morning, I pick people's thoughts on any matter that's pressing on your mind. So share some of those conversations with me. I can only think about a peaceful Ghana and the election that we are going into. And I just want to ponder on the deciding factors that will guide all of us to make a befitting choice come December 7. That's what's occupying my mind. What are your thoughts this morning? I'll start with you, Hamidatu.
Okay, so let me say a very good morning to you and to the household of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And then I say a good morning to people watching us out there, and good morning to my Auntie Hajia, the freshly looking Hajia. Yes, and I hope to tap. Yes. And to Blessing Kwa, and to my sister Amina at the extreme end there. And to say that I have always been hopeful that Ghana, as we are, can be independent entirely. But it looks like it's not so. And my reason being that we depend on other countries for almost everything. Sadly, lately I've been saddened with the issue of how food is being imported into our country, that even if we have to eat, it depends on other countries. As low as lettuce, we import lettuce. As low as carrot, we import carrot. Even tomatoes, even maize. And so I think we are still not dependent and independent, sorry. And if we are able to have achieved this entire independence in its entirety, things would have been better. Unfortunately, it's not so. We are heading into the weekend. The weather is cozy today as we all came in. And people would have expected to walk into the weekend hoping that the normal fufu would be served on the table, the soup will be made to be stored. Unfortunately, we are not able to afford that. And it's a sad reality. On my way here, the driver did me propaganda. Instead of me doing the propaganda, he actually didn't know which party I belong to, what my position is as far as the government of the governing of the country is concerned. And so it's a sad reality. My hope is that sooner than later there will be that liberation. Right. The independence will be achieved in its full force.
Your thoughts of the day, a quick follow-up. We've always imported some of these things. We didn't start importing tomatoes under one administration because of the conversations around
sub-regional freedom and movement of goods and services, and we're doing a lot of trading among ourselves. So it didn't just start today or overnight.
Okay, so for me, I am a farmer.
Okay.
Actually.
What do you farm?
I farm vegetables.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a farmer. I'm not just a farmer. Not a farmer on the lips, I'm a farmer.
Okay.
I do vegetables, and I've had interest in the food.
What do you
sector.
grow? The vegetables
I
you
grow lettuce, actually.
Okay.
What I've just mentioned to you. I grow cabbages. Sometimes I delve into watermelons. Okay. And last year I did a bit of cereals, maize, actually. And so for me, I've had a bit of knowledge.
Is it easy to sell? Because if we are importing, it means there's local demand. So
Yes.
what are the challenges that you would face, for example, bringing your produce to market?
Okay, so for me, I do my farming during the dry season.
Okay.
And in the regular season, that was when I decided to do maize, because the regular season, I think it's normally expected to be all over the place. Unfortunately, it's not so. And there are some few factors that accounts to this. For instance, in the past season, the dry season, the weather was so harsh where I come from. And you have to travel, in fact, in and around the areas where we grew, you would have to travel to a far distance where you can get water to be able to farm, to irrigate your farms. And so that in itself has been a challenge.
Okay, right.
Because we were expecting that some dams will be constructed or dug.
The irrigation dams?
Yes.
Okay.
Normal dams. When the dam is there, people will come closer to be able to use the water there to grow their vegetables. Unfortunately, the dams are nowhere closer.
All right.
And this particular season, let me just wrap up, this particular season, where you have people in and around Tamale growing and using the pipe-borne water, depending on the Ghana Water Company to be able to irrigate, to support
that's an issue.
Yes.
All right. Hamidati, let me pick Haji's concerns of today, and then once we get into the active conversation, perhaps some of these things will come up again. Hajia, congratulations.
Thank you.
How was Hajj?
It went well. Good morning to our cherished viewers, and then good morning to you and then my co-panelists. My thought for the day is about Hajj. This is not my first time of going to Hajj. I've gone to Hajj, the first time was 22 years ago. And I've been going to Hajj, but this year's Hajj, I can say, was well organized, well fed, transportation was excellent, accommodation very well. So I want to use this opportunity to congratulate the Executive Secretary of the Hajj Board, my own nephew, Hajj Farouk Hamza. He was supported by his able board, led by Dr. Ben Abdallah. And the only problem we face at Hajj is the weather. And as I said it the other day, the temperatures were so high. Yeah. But we were well protected because we went on the Hajj board. And the Hajj board made sure the hotels were air conditioned, where we stayed in Arafah, Mina, everywhere. So if you see anybody suffering, maybe from Ghana, maybe the person did not go
because we lost some nationals.
Yes, some nationals. Yes. But most of the casualties were from Egypt. They lost about 5,000, over 5,000 people. You'll be walking and see people just lying outside there. You ask yourself who brought them, and then why were they not catered for? Some of us, even if we are walking, we have water you give to people, and at every point there's water supply by the Saudi government. So I said, I can say this Hajj was well organized. We came home safely. I think those who went through the Hajj, I think 3 died or something, but about 11 Ghanaians died. But the Hajj board, even though some people did not go through the Hajj board, they didn't abandon them when they were in trouble. Because I realized that they even went to the aid of some people who were stranded. So I say kudos to the Hajj board. You see, Ghanaians, wherever we find ourselves, no matter the situation, we try to help each other. I want to also say something about what you said about peace. Since we're in an election year, I was telling Enima that she's actually Enima, not Amina.
Okay. So we heard Amina.
That I enjoy this my country no matter the situation, because I went to buy data. In Ghana, when you buy what we call credits, you can use some for data, and then some for better. Saudi is not like that. It's either call or data. And let me tell you, the call, you can call within Saudi. If you're going to call outside, even those in America calling us will tell you, Aja, please, let me, it's very expensive. You can't even from America. So the data is what was killing us in Saudi, because you want to call home. And when you buy 55 riyal, my sister, this is my niece, convert it to a CDC. 55 riyal. 55 riyal, and then you convert 90 riyals, because that's what we bought. 90 and 55 riyals in Ghana, you see. So I think no matter the challenges that we are facing in this country, we should pray for the country to succeed. We should pray, because no matter the government that comes, without good intention of the citizens, the prayer and support of the citizens, I'm not sure that any government can succeed. So I want to take this opportunity to thank those, because we prayed for Ghana. We prayed for all leadership, no matter the political affiliation. The necessary things were done. Nobody asked me to pray for Ghana, but I pray for Ghana, because that is my country. I pray for all political parties, especially my Convention People's Party. When you introduced me as the former chairperson of the CPP. And I can boldly tell you that now the CPP is led by Wing Commander Tai Sobojo. We have an interim committee, that's the independent committee, and I'm a member of that committee. So I think until we finish Congress, I want to be addressed as the member of the IC of the Convention People's Party.
Member of the
independent committee, chaired by Wing Commander Sobojo retired.
Right.
Very astute politician, opinion leader, and respected statesman in this country.
But still
Chairman, good morning to the team. We met yesterday, and it was a wonderful meeting yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Hajia. Grace Enima Boateng, government spokesperson on infrastructure. I've just given you Amina, Hamidatu, and Amina
to complete the panel.
Mick, I need one name.
She's actually a prophetess, because my grandfather was an Ashanti Muslim. Yes. So my family, most of my family members, they have the Islamic name and then the Christian. Yeah, so I didn't get it because when I was born, he was dead. He was already dead.
What's on your mind this morning?
Okay, Mama. I would speak briefly about what you mentioned about elections, since we are in an election year. And I'll use this platform to commend government for a good job done in terms of our security, our borders, and everywhere. When you look at the police visibility has really improved. You move an inch and you see police checkpoints all over the place. Look at the military; they are now very well resourced. Hostels for the military cadets, among others. And then we had the Accra Initiative in 2017. It was rolled out in 2017 to help combat terrorism and then violent extremism between Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, and then Cote d'Ivoire. I'm saying all these to complement the fact that government has done its part to ensure that we are well protected and that we are well taken care of. So going into election, I would like to use your platform to entreat all Ghanaians to go and exercise their franchise and do so responsibly, devoid of any fights, insults, or any form of violence. Let's protect the peace that we have, because just like Hajia rightfully said, there's no place like Ghana. My friend will tell you, if you think Ghana is not good enough, cross the border. Just cross the border to Togo, and then get back, and then you appreciate the kind of peace you enjoy in Ghana. And she'll also tell you, me, I'm well traveled. Not me. She will tell you she's well traveled. And there's no place as interesting or as nice to be as her country, Ghana. The long and short of it all is there's no place like home. So let's all do well to protect the peace that we have. And then lastly, Thelma, this may not really be somebody, your viewers or anybody watching me might say, this is more of a personal something. So you may not want to talk about it on national television, but it's a concern I want to raise. Maybe to get down and then people may buy into it. It's about the use of our local languages. I was in a hospital in a part of Accra recently, and it's actually mothers and their parents who normally bring their kids to that hospital. And I spent about 4 to 5 hours at the hospital, and I never heard anybody speak or instruct their child in any local language. It was just English all over the place. At a point in time, I thought I was in the UK, because it was just English I was hearing. So I would like to use your platform to entreat our locals to strive to speak our local languages to our kids. As for the English, it's our official language of instruction. You speak it definitely. You go to school, certain these things will propel you to speak the English language. But when we are with them at home, or when we find ourselves in orientation of the kids, socialization, we should try as much as we can to use our local language. I wanted to hear people speak Ewe, Ga, Chi, Fra, and all of that. I didn't hear any. It looks like it is really fading off, and it's a concern. So I'm using your platform to entreat our people.
It's a good call. It's a good call. Yeah. I've always been concerned that sometimes, even when the parents' English is not as good, they still struggle to speak to their children. No, but it's something that concerns all of us. There's a generation coming that will not speak the Ghanaian languages as well. And I mean, every opportunity to put GBC's story out there. That's why at GBC we are proud that we broadcast in as many Ghanaian languages as we can across our 18 radio stations, our television channels. About 25 Ghanaian languages are broadcast on our networks here at GBC. There's room for every language, every Ghanaian language on GBC's platforms, and we want to encourage all of us to keep using look. That's good. So, ladies, today a disturbing report in the Daily Graphic about our regional airports and the fact that the 5 are not commercially viable. On page 13 of today's edition of the Daily Graphic, the story attributed to the Auditor General is that in spite of continuous efforts to enhance airport infrastructure in the country, it has emerged that the outcomes have been underwhelming, with the 5 regional airports yielding less returns than anticipated. Data sourced from the latest Auditor General's report on the accounts of public boards, corporations and other statutory institutions in 2023 show that in 2022 the airports generated a combined revenue of 13.13 million Ghana cedis from their operations, as against an expenditure of 39.14 million Ghana cedis. The deficit of 26.01 million has prompted a re-evaluation of strategies to optimize regional airport development and maximize economic benefits. So there's a breakdown. The Kumasi Airport, now Prempeh 1, Pampa the first international airport in the Ashanti region, they injected 15.68 million Ghana cedis as expenditure, but generated 8.22 million in revenue. Tamale Airport generated 4.74 million Ghana cedis in revenue, but invested 15.41 million Ghana cedis as expenditure. Sunyani Airport accrued 95,626.58 in revenue after an expenditure of 4.53 million Ghana cedis. Surprisingly, the whole airport, which generated no revenue, had an expenditure of 1.38 million Ghana cedis on its books in 2022, and the Wa Airport generated 77,250.48 as revenue, but invested 2.15 million Ghana cedis in its operations. So generally, we are spending we are only getting back about a third of what we are spending on our regional airports. I'm sure you've seen this story. Why does it appear that our regional airports are not? Because the tickets are not cheap. So what could be accounting for some of these numbers that we are seeing? Infrastructure. You can help us.
Yes. But this is new to me. This is news to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just hearing it. Maybe I'll have to go and then sit behind the table and find out what the cause of this losses is. Because I thought there's been massive improvement in our regional airports, and that should accrue to, or that should be reflective in the kind of profits that we make. When anybody sets up a business, or when government sets up an institution that is money making, something like the airports we are talking about, our aim, or the aim of government, is to maximize profits or get returns for the monies invested in them. We all saw them. We've all seen the massive infrastructural developments at the Prempeh the First International Airport, the Tamale International Airport, Sunyani Airport, among others. So we don't hope to make losses after all these investments. We hope to, at least worst case scenario should be a break even. We don't hope to make losses. So if there are issues of losses as against revenue, or there are issues of deficit as against revenue, then it calls for a serious concern on the part of government. And coming from the Ministry of Information, I can't just sit here and then do a guesswork or say something, or just guess or say something I'm not having my facts to buttress. So since you've thrown the challenge to me, this whole thing, this news you are breaking is new to me. I'll go back to the table and then try to find out what
the Auditor General is recommending that the Ghana Airport Company Limited management should encourage existing local airlines to patronize the airports by providing possible incentives to them. So it's one of the recommendations that the AG has made. Haja, what are your thoughts on this matter?
In fact, Thelma, I'm really surprised, because if you see the traffic at Tamale airports and Prempeh the second, or the first airport, even maybe if a airport will be running at a loss, not these two particular airports. And for that matter, the domestic side. Let me take the domestic side. You spoke about tickets. From here to Kumasi, now it's about 1,350, 1,500. Is it that we have the airport, we are running the airport, and people are using the airport and giving us peanuts? There are questions that we need to ask, and those questions must be answered. And then we will also look at what's informed the construction of maybe, let's say, Ho Airport, Sunyani Airport, and the other airports. Because in taking a risk, you have to take a well-calculated one. It's an investment. The investment you are putting into this particular place, how viable is the place? Are we going to get returns, or we can break even? Let's say, let me take Sunyani Airport or Ho Airport. Could we have maintained it as a strip rather than investing it in huge edifice to turn it into a big airport? Did we consider whether we'll be able to recoup what we have invested? It's very important. So for me, as we'll look at the recommendation of the AG and see what can be done from the government side, because it's an investment from the government, and then the investment is from our taxes that we are paying and loans that we have taken from the IMF or World Bank. It saddens my heart that such huge investment will be running at a loss. It saddens my heart.
Another recommendation from the Auditor General is that the management of Ghana Airport Company should liaise with the regulatory authorities to reduce the barriers for potential airlines, yes, so that the process is not so cumbersome. But they caution that they should do so without compromising safety.
Safety, yes, and security. You see, because if you look at the local, let me say, markets, I think we only have 2 flights. Because it's 2 airlines that are running.
So far.
On
the domestic side.
On the domestic side. And you ask yourself, we've heard about other interest group trying to bring the business of aircrafts in this country. Because competition is good. If there's monopoly, people sort of exploit the people. That is what we are facing now. Because how can I go from here to Kumasi and pay almost 1,500? And then I'll hear the news that our airport are running at a loss.
At a loss. Share your experiences with us if you are watching us about the use of our regional airports. Our WhatsApp number is active 055 55 61034 055 55 61034. What have been your experiences using our regional airports? We are told by the Auditor General's report that they are running at a loss. More money is being spent on operations than monies that are coming into the coffers as, you know.
Are we running at a loss because of under
patronization? The flights are usually very full, depending on the time of day, depending on season, depending on the event that's happening in that region. If it's Independence Day in Region X, traffic is going to go massively there. If it's a national program in Region Y, then traffic is going there. But I'm struggling to understand.
Tourism too. We can look at tourism. We have so many tourism sites in the Volta region that has not been tapped. Or maybe
how close are these sites to, for example, the whole regional?
That is what I'm coming to. That is what I'm coming to. Even if it's not close, people go to Kenya, people go to other countries and go into the hinterland to visit tourist sites. We should look at our roads construction.
Right.
When you look at Volta region, where we have the airports, Takoradi, and then Sunyani.
Because other regions will also want an airport, but if the existing ones are not making money, would it make financial sense to put another airport if we want one in Cape Coast?
I'll say no, because we are not even recouping anything, and we are going to invest in another airport. That is what I'm saying. Whatever we are going to do, we have to calculate it very well.
Let Hamidatu have a bite on this, and then.
Okay, so Thelma, for every investment, you have an anticipated patronage, and then you have what's an anticipated dividends. And so I want to take my cue from Tamale International Airport. I was there when the airport was commissioned, and on that day, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama stated categorically that the reason for the establishment of this airport, or converting it into an international airport, was one, to make it easy for our people to be able to perform Hajj easily, unlike those days when you have to come to Accra, dry yourself in the open, ease yourself. When you even need a place of convenience, you have to go to do it in the open. And so that was one reason. And the second thing was to make sure that, because we in the northern region, are, let me say, our occupation is largely agriculture, farming. And so if we are able to make a similar investment in the agriculture or farming sector, we will be able to export some of these products. We'll be able to fully operationalize the airport and use it as an international airport. I don't know if the Kotoka International Airport is part of this. It might not be, and the reason is because of how it is busy, how operational it is in full force relative to its international status. You are exporting, people are coming in here, and so it's so busy that even if it's going to make losses, it's going to be minimal. I'm not sure it's part of this actually. In the case of Tamale International Airport, I remember then the NRGP organized a program to sensitize farmers on how to scale up production, because we now had an international airport where when you have your produce, because that time there was this anticipation of increase in production of food produce. And so if you have this in excess, you can export directly from Tamale. I believe that if we were able to make similar or accompanying investments in that sector, the story could have been different. However, we could also explore other opportunities in different sectors where you can make the whole place busy, getting exported opportunities or exporting opportunities for other areas, like Hadia rightly mentioned, like the tourism industry. We can make strides there, and then it will reflect in what we get from the airport. But we haven't made any meaningful investment or accompanying investment that could yield such dividends, that could make the place busy to get us the necessary revenue we are expecting. And so I think that improving or lifting the standards of the airport is not enough. You need to make extra investments, take extra steps to make the place fully operational, make the patronage high so that you can get more.
I'm struggling to understand, to situate the high cost of tickets of domestic flights into the losses that are being made.
I was getting there.
So I'm struggling. What's the expenditure on? What are we spending on?
So tell me,
how are we getting so little?
So I was getting there. I was trying to get to the point where we are not sure of the infrastructure that has been put in place relative to revenue, relative to accountability, and relative to how we protect the revenue that comes in. We are not sure about the infrastructure that has been put in place with regards to this. And so for me, we would have to go back and check and see how are we able to protect what is coming in. How are we able to sieve or close the loopholes where there could be diversion of income that is coming in. For that one, we need to look at it. But it's like there might be corruption in there. That may not be limited to this, because the whole system is some way relative to corruption. The whole system in Ghana, it's so loose, it's so open, I don't know how to describe it. And so every corner you find corruption there. Everybody is eating. And so if the head is eating, the tail will have to enjoy. The foot will have to enjoy. And so for me, we would have to look at the infrastructure in terms of accountability, in terms of protecting what is coming in terms of making sure that people are on the right track, doing the right thing. Because, for instance, the monies that are coming in is not reflecting in what we are seeing. The status, the standards of the airports. And so we have to go back. Luckily, our madam in charge of infrastructure, government infrastructure, right? Yeah. If I got that, spokesperson, yeah. Thank you. Since you do not have your facts right, we might not go into it deeper. But we hope that there's really that infrastructure that has been put in place in terms of accountability and in terms of making sure that the income that is flowing in gets to the right places.
I have questions, and if anyone is watching us and they have answers, we are trying to get some officials, maybe Transport Ministry, Ghana Airport Company, to help us understand why we are seeing the kind of figures we are seeing. What are we spending the monies on? How much is it costing us to maintain the place, and why are we getting the low numbers in revenues that we are seeing? You wanted to add something?
Yeah,
Grace?
I wanted to just come in and add something. So in terms of infrastructure, we've all seen the massive works government has done. Prempeh International Airport was commissioned and opened recently to start operations. We've seen the works done at Tamale International Airport, Sunyani, among others. But then this is a case of corruption, if I may put it. And this is a case of revenue against expenditure. The fact that tickets are being bought day in and day out, people patronize the airports, and we are not seeing the money, we are rather seeing losses. So that is why I said I may have to get the facts, the reason, get to the root of it, and then maybe next time when I come here, give you the facts. And we've also seen recommendations from, what's the name of it?
The Auditor General.
Yeah, so we may have to use or resort to that to help save the situation. Because with this massive investments in the airports, we can't be running at losses.
Yes, the report is saying that, for example, the whole airport could deteriorate if we don't see if it continues to be underutilized.
Exactly.
So Ho in particular is seeing very
underutilization,
reduced numbers.
Okay.
So the patronage is not as much as the other regional airports. So quite a disturbing story in today's graphic. I'm just struggling because I've been through Prempeh International and Tamale as well. Beautiful edifices. It's a huge investment.
Yes, exactly.
So to hear that they are not making the returns, I'm yet to do the whole one. Perhaps one of these days I'll go through.
Or maybe we need to wait a while. Maybe we need to wait a while to recoup the money we invested.
But
maybe
it's sometimes the return could take a little longer.
Exactly.
But the other thing is also that, Thelma, maybe it's not only this airports that is not giving us the return that we expect. I don't know what is happening at STC, because I want to take STC, for example. It's government owned, and there are certain things that might not be going on well there. You understand? And so if there are private transport companies where you go and you have everything you want on track, on point, people will go there. The other thing is the cost of the flight fares. If, as we all know, it's on the hikes, everything is going up. And so if I was coming by air from Tamale, and now coming to Tamale, Accra and going back, it's over 3,000 now.
Yeah. Even Kumasi.
So it's over 3,000 now. So why don't I go and get my ticket at 300 cedis? I mean, within this year, we were coming from Tamale through buses at about 210 cedis. Now it's 300 cedis to travel from Tamale to Accra. And we all know what is happening right now inside our pockets. And so coming through the airports, I mean, it's not going to be easy.
But the point is trying to make is that with all this money is coming in, why are they making losses?
Yes, that is it. That is it.
That's
but the money is coming. The tickets, let me tell you, there is no flight from Tamale or Kumasi that is not full.
Yeah.
Always full. So I wonder.
And it's multiple times a day for the airlines.
We don't know the plan. We don't know the anticipated
I am asking. So I'm asking, Hamida.
Maybe
I'm asking, where is the money going?
Yes, that is it. That's
so if we all agree at this table that the ticket prices are high, are the monies going to the domestic airlines that are running, and are they paying the required fee for the use of the airport facilities? Are the workers who are being paid, I presume, their name is on some kind of payroll? Are they doing the work, the jobs that they were put there to do? And if all those things have been done correctly, or the due processes have been followed in all these cases, then we have to have an investigation into why there are still losses.
Absolutely. So Thelma, maybe, for instance, in 2016, it was anticipated that if this airport status is improved and it's been converted to an international airport, maybe you can have four.
Tamale Airport has been international today.
Hajia, please, let's
maybe
not.
Infrastructure improvement.
Hajia, let's not go. Hajia, let's not go there. That one, let's not go there.
We shouldn't go there.
No, Hajia, please, let's not go there.
We are learning from history.
We are learning from history, yes, but let's not go there.
Tamale Airport did not start yesterday. That
no, Hajia, no, let's not go there.
Flights have flew from Tamale to Hajj.
When?
Then you don't know.
No, so I don't know. Please, when?
I'm also from Northern Region.
I know. I know.
In
please,
the 80s.
So which year?
In the 80s.
Which year, please?
My mother has gone.
Please, which year, Ajia? No, please, I don't know, and I'm asking which year.
Let's remain. Yes.
Maintain the focus. Tell me, let me just.
Is it because it's international? That's why it's
no, please, no, please,
Ajia, please, put it in context. Please, to understand, because you have confusing.
I know we have to contextualize it, but you see, what I'm saying is that, for instance, at the time that the status was improved, maybe there was this anticipation that you can have 4 airlines going, you understand, at the same time. But now it's not so.
So if there are just 2, domestic,
so if there is a problem,
if there are domestic,
maybe
they go 5 times, 4 times,
and both airlines go multiple times in a day.
Yes.
And now
that is
it's
what
even
I'm saying
possible
that we don't know the anticipated.
I think you've made that
point. Yes.
But we are moving on. Otherwise, it will remain on one part of.
Yes.
The anticipation is there are 2 domestic flights.
Okay.
If there are others that are applying or that want to get into that space, the AG is saying, how can we remove the bottlenecks to allow some of these people in a safe way to also, you know,
yes,
be a part, so that we can make the required benefits?
Yes.
There are other airports elsewhere that land flights every minute.
Yes, so that is what
every
I'm saying.
minute.
We don't know the
a flight
anticipated,
lands in some airports in elsewhere. So how can we get to the point where we can do that? And then we can begin to, you know, get back more of what we've put in there. If there are only 2, if there are only 3, if there are only few airlines, you know, doing the hub, and the structure, you know, the Tamale airport is huge.
So you shouldn't have 2 airlines going just 5 times. No.
I wish the Ghana Airport Company could sit with us and give us some more details so that we see where we are getting more of the losses, we see where the revenues are coming in, and where we can, you know, plug the holes to make sure that we get value for money.
I'll get you the facts.
What's the point of...
I'll get you the facts.
I'm struggling to understand. What's the point of putting a beautiful edifice there that does not bring us anything?
When there were 4 airlines, or was it 3? You remember Antra?
Yes.
You remember Starboard? Before even our and then this one.
Yes.
You see, that time the competition was key, and then the prices were down. We're not even hearing reports of losses. Now that the infrastructure has been improved, we are hearing about losses. So this is what I'm talking about. We can even, let me tell you, the way they shuttle between Kumasi and Accra, about 4 flights, the same flight, or maybe it will change, but you see one particular airline going and coming, going and coming. They will delay passengers for 1 hour without even water. But if you delay for 10 minutes,
they don't board you.
They won't board you.
And that's why I said they're challenges. If you have experiences, share some of those experiences with us. Our WhatsApp number is very active.
Particular airline
05555. Hold on a bit for me. We have the Minister for Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development, Mr. Martin J. Mensah, joining us on the line. He's talking to us about something on the front page of today's edition of the Ghanaian Times. Efforts to maintain order and safety, clear traders off the pavement. The minister has ordered municipal and district assemblies in Accra to comply, and he's joining us now with some more details. Honorable, thank you for making the time to join us at the table. Why the directive? We've heard the calls repeatedly. Why the need to reiterate that call to get the traders off the pavement?
Good morning. Thanks for having me, and same to your listeners and your viewers. So until we get results, we work at it. It's not something that I should be even directing now. We all know what happens in our cities or in our communities where pathways, roads that must be for the movement of vehicles and people get used by people who are trading, people who are doing other activities, drivers who are transporting people and their work. When they decide to see the roads and use that as their point of parking, the challenge, we all know what happens. A couple of days back, I had the opportunity to, on behalf of the Minister for Transport, withdraw an ally that some parliamentarians thought would give some respite to MPs, ministers, and so on, and asking to be given the permission to use sirens and also all kinds of things. Why? Because somebody feels that accessibility and mobility on our roads is difficult. But that, to me, is not the solution. If you walk on our streets in Accra, at the major areas where we have our market, say Malata, say Kaneshi, say anywhere, you realize that at night it's a very serene and orderly space. There seems to be so much order. And let day break. You go there, you just can't pass. People have to transport sick people, emergency situations, and they are stuck in traffic because somebody's not doing the right thing. Now, the solution doesn't rest in an MP or a minister going to get a siren to move about. It's about how we fix it for the benefit of the citizenry. At the end of the day, these things, if they are not checked, works against us as citizens. It affects productivity. All the things that happen. I had the opportunity to visit the Odona market and Malvista market yesterday. Market shed has been constructed. And that triggered a discussion to move people off the pavement and make sure that they are within the market. There is this incident of, even where markets have been provided, people still want to come out of those markets and onto the roads to ply their trade. Those things cannot be acceptable. So if we create a means for you to do your business, and you defy that and want to do what we think is lawlessness, then, the law will have to act.
Are there timelines for this? How soon do you expect to see the directive taking effect on our streets? How soon should we expect to see some changes on our pavements?
The directive started as soon as every assembly started working. So it's just a reminder. I mean, I expect that others are complying. You go to most places, there is some order, there is free flow of movement, people and so on. But the challenges that we have is not everybody who is doing this. So for me, it's just a reminder they should be doing it. So I don't expect a date for them to take up. Everybody has been reminded. If we come to your locality and we find that people are doing what should not be done,
what assurances? I beg your pardon.
Must have themselves to blame.
What assurances can you offer us then, Honourable Minister, that in an election year, when we know that such policies would face a lot of resistance, that you would stay the course and ensure that the order is followed, so that it does not become, oh, we're looking after children and they are going to school and we need to sell. What's the political commitment to make sure that this directive is followed through to the end?
Well, I've issued a directive. So if I don't want it done because of election year, why would I issue it? I've issued it, regardless of elections ahead of us. I'm saying let's do the right thing on our roads. Life must be protected. And beyond that, I don't know what other assurance that has to be given. In any case, if I'm not committed to it, I don't think I even issued a directive. Elections, yes, but life must go on. There has to be sanity on our roads. Life must be saved. There must be order and public safety on our roads. Otherwise, what are we heading to? For me, it does not matter whether elections or not. If people have to comply with the laws to make a society safe and sound, it has to be done. I don't see any directive at me say, don't get people to do the right thing because the elections are coming. And then why do you put me there?
In furthering the cause of road safety, as you've mentioned, it's not just the sellers, it's not just the traders who are on our pavement. We have mentally challenged persons there as well, people who are begging for alms, street children, all, in that space. Are they inclusive of this directive?
Let me just clarify this for you. It is just making sure that our streets and cities are rid of all things that are not proper. In fact, I just cited an example of a situation where half of the roads that we must fly with our vehicles are taken over by people who are trading. As an example of the things that are causing the nuisance in their cities, indicating lack of mobility and accessibility. Now, the media chose to report on that, but it goes beyond just people who are trading. You go to Asalam Dam, there are people who are vehicle mechanics, and they park their vehicles to the road. So half of the road is taken. If you go to these stations around our streets where people are supposed to be plying their trade, engage in transport business, the entire road is being used to take and offload passengers. So it's a whole lot of things, not just about traders. There is absolute disorder in town. If you go to Kalkudik stretch, somebody went and brought cattle and created a structure virtually on the road to keep them there. Those things cannot be acceptable. So for me, it's not just about traders.
Right.
The directive is that as local assemblies, ensure that people comply with your bylaws in sanitizing our space. That for me goes beyond just traders.
Thank you for the clarification, and we'll hit the streets and see if this is being adhered to, and if there's the need for any clarification, we will reach out to you again.
We have a way of holding our chief executive and those in charge of the assemblies responsible if they sit on their jobs. So trust me, if you go around and it's not being adhered to, we just enter, wake them up. Nobody will come and preside over the office and not work for Ghanaians.
Right.
Let's say that Ghanaians must be safe on our roads. Most of the accidents that happen is due to indiscipline on our roads. We are losing lives and property. So if you see any assembly that is not complying, there must be a reason. Just alert me and wake them up. Have the express instructions of the president to do my work. And I will do so without fear of paper, regardless of the elections ahead of us.
Thank you, sir, for speaking to us. The Honorable Martin Ejay Mensah is the Minister of Local Government and Decentralization and Rural Development, instructing MMDAs to get the traders off the pavement. What are your thoughts on the matters we've discussed here at this table now? 055-55-61034. CAF is at the screen and will share some of your thoughts with us now.
It always amazes me when public officials seem to be at a loss to solve problems that are within their power. So I traveled to Kigali 2 months ago. I don't see anybody hawking on the streets. I don't see anybody hawking on pavements. And then I did my research and I found out that, yes, they used to have this problem. But then what did they do? First of all, they fined the hawkers. So if they find you on the streets, we fine you. But beyond that, they also the government created free markets for these hawkers to go and sell. So you go to the market, it's constructed free of charge by the authorities. You go to the market, you sell. They exempt you from all kinds of taxes to make things easy for you. They give them 2% loans as capital to start their business. So there's no incentive again to go and sell on the streets, on the pavements. And it's such a simple African homegrown solution that can be adopted. It's so simple. Create the markets for the people, because if you sack them, where are they going to sell? So create the market for them first, then sack them.
But even where there are markets, people are coming out. So
where are the free markets?
Where are the free markets? Yes.
Where are the markets?
Some markets.
Where are the markets?
Amasaman, for example, has a market that's almost constantly empty.
Yes,
and
so send them there.
And the people are selling on the streets because it's easier when Thelma is walking up the road.
So find them. Listen, I went and saw it.
You go to the
Thelma,
market.
I went there and saw it from I stayed in that country. I was in the country for 9 days.
Find the buyers too.
In 9 days, I did not see a single street hawker. I did not see a single pavement seller. It is possible. No excuses. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. No excuses. No, that's my rant. Messages. Yeah. Get it done. No excuses. It's funny, how can you fight corruption when you underpay your workers? Mr. Government, do you consider how much they pay for rent, accommodation, electricity, transportation, children, education, health? You're fighting corruption? Don't be childish, says Stephen Ahmed. Reverend Dr. Alex Kweku Yeboah. Good morning, great and wonderful women on the BFS. I've listened to your panelists on the losses of Ghana Airport Company from 5 regional airports. I'd like to state that airfares don't belong to Ghana Airport Company. They are revenues for the airlines. Airlines pay certain fees plus the passengers who use the airports. So let us draw the line between airline charges and what is being paid to the Ghana Airport Company. Yes. The whole airport for now is not commercially operational, says Reverend Yeboah.
Okay, because I did make the point that what's the link between the ticket sales and what is coming into the government coffers. So it means that everything we are paying for tickets, are they saying is going to airline A or B, but you know, and what's the airport company getting back is the question that we are asking. More?
Okay. Somebody is making a prediction here, thinks the MPP will lose a lot of votes in Ashanti region, especially Kumasi to be precise, because all the youth are angry. Alaji Dawuda says, Thelma Taki, every region must and should have an airport. Head of civil service must put national service personnel to work at all regional airports. Whole airport should be given to Ghana Airports to be put in use. I call on all regional ministers of state to take control of all the airports and the regional airports in Ghana. That's Alaji Dawuda. Frank the Jew says, this issue has been outraging my sense of logic. And that's why the CPP cannot campaign on its achievement, but had to allow GUM to rather campaign on the achievement of the CPP, which placed GUM as the third force in the 2020 elections. I'd like the CPP rep to answer. Thank you, says Frank the Jew, wanting to know whether the CPP has ceded an advantage to GUM. Good morning, ladies. I just wanted to make one point to all your panel members. Wherever they have the opportunity to discuss national issues, they should do the citizens favor by talking about economic and employment issues. All Ghanaians are going to vote according to their personal hardship situation. No one can convince Ghanaians all is well when all is not well with their personal situation. I'll take a few more. I'll take a few more. Good morning. The cost involved is not small. Bus from Accra to Walwale is 340 cedis. Using flight to Tamale costs almost 1,500 Ghana cedis. It's too expensive. Toby Ghana says, Hajia should tell us more about the CPP. What's really going on now? Our Kwame Nkrumah party, and then he drops some information about his third album dropping on the 29th July, which is his birthday. Why not? Use us to push your stuff through. We like you for that. Good morning. Those selling on the street, no good cry. It's unlawful. You can't do this outside Ghana. It's true. Then for Komot. But the for Komot goes some place where they go continue to do my work. Otherwise, problem go day. Okay, Obosika, Bema Camp. Giving hawkers a fine is a fantastic idea. I'm just asking Ogana, if we start fining, who will take the money? This is how they do it. They use digitization. So in Kigali, you get fined, and the fine comes on your phone. And they give you 3 days to pay.
If it's Momo,
and if you don't pay, then the thing goes up. So it's a Momo. Yeah, it's a digital fine, straight to government coffers.
Cap 2 more messages, then we go.
Straight to government coffers. So listen, you see, the thing is that when you find solutions, don't now start thinking of how it won't work. Implement the solution first. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, you're done. Kaf, thank you. And we'll look forward to your next conversation.
Yes.
When we take the break and
come. Vroom, vroom. That's a clue.
Vroom.
That's a clue. Vroom.
Exciting times ahead.
Yes.
Ladies, we are scooting out of here. I'll give each of you a minute to make your concluding remarks, and then we rise. So I'm going to start with Hamidatu at 38. So your final word before we rise in a minute. Go.
Wow.
We all lost. It's almost 8:45.
We are at
so we are 10 minutes over.
Really?
Okay. The allotted time.
Okay. So we're expecting to delve into some issues that we are aware about. Okay. And let me talk about what Uncle Kafui has just talked about the people hawking on the streets and how we should clear them from the streets. Presently, the actions and inactions of the government of the day and people in power are rather pushing the people to the streets. In Tamale, where I come from, there is a place where people, it's a nice place, more or less like a market. Ajia knows there very well, around Pikona area. Yes, so you see that some women are there. We've just heard that the land has been sold out. It is part of the land selling spree by this government to their own people. And so that land has been sold out already. The women who sit there to sell demonstrated at about last week or so. And for instance, if they are not able to sit there, where do you expect them to go? Because there is no place, organized place, established for them to go and continue to find livelihood from there.
Right. Hajia, your final word.
Yes, I think about same issue about the directives from the local government ministry. I think those even selling on the pavement, they put their life at risk. We have to look at that education aspect of it. Because if you go to Makola, around the Tudu, you can't even park your car by the roadside to even get down and do anything. So I think it is very, very important. We shouldn't say because it's an election year, because if there was an instant where a car lost its brake and killed so many people, I think if we advertise and then conscientize the citizens on the dangers of selling on pavement or by the roadside, I think that will be good. Somebody asked about the CPP. The CPP is doing well, and then they're saying GUM. GUM is not an Nkrumah. Cutting and pasting doesn't mean you understand the ideology of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When you commission somebody to go to Zwarongo meat factory to take a picture, Aboase glass factory and take a picture, and because you have the power of the media, you have your radio station or TV station, and be posting it, that doesn't make you an Nkrumah, because the definition of Nkrumahism is self-determination, self-reliance, and Pan-Africanism, which he cannot sit on television and talk about.
Grace.
So,
Hajia needs more time to talk about. So, Thelma, I will not deviate from what my co-panelists have already talked about. With respect to the hawking on our streets, I think in some cases it's a typical issue of nuisance on the part of some of our market women. Because Amasaman, for instance, has a market like you rightfully mentioned that is almost empty. I noticed something 3 days ago.
That might be one
there is this rigorous road dualization of the of Angkor in Sawan bypass. So works are ongoing. And the whole place has gotten very busy and very scary. You know, if you are not careful, you can just be run over by a car. And then 3 days ago, I noticed they've left the new market that has been set up for them to come back to the site where the roads are being constructed to put up structures and then sit and sell.
And where are the officials?
That is the question.
Where are the officials that should make sure that that should not happen?
That these excavators are running on the roads every day. Construction works are ongoing. And then when they are coming, they pack their things and they move as if they are being chased. They make it look like government is not really helping them or something like that. So we should also be disciplined enough.
Let's help each other.
Exactly.
It's a collective thing.
Effort,
we have a role to play. The officials have a role to play. Let's all make sure
this is a national television. This is national television. I want to correct something that I said. The intention of the Nkrumah's government was to make Tamale an international airport. Okay. But the operationalization of it to become an started in 2014.
Okay.
I want to correct that.
Okay. Hajia Hamdatu Ibrahim is the former, she's now a member of the independent committee set up by the CPP to ensure that the party is steered into safer waters. And she has shared her views and those of the CPP on this table. Grace Enima Boateng is the government spokesperson on infrastructure, and Hamidatu Abdul Rahman is the member of the National Communications team of the NDC. Ladies, thank you for sitting with us. Again, I have a couple of birthday shouts here from Erica Darko, who is a photographer at GBC Digital Studios. She says today is her dad's birthday. Mr. Kakra Obingfo Darko, she says she loves you and she wishes you the very best as you mark your birthday. Belated birthday, Reverend Dr. Joshua Nyan and Mrs. Cindy Nimako, all of Christ Regeneration Church at Awoshi from Tinament in the GBC newsroom. She also says, happy birthday, God bless you all. Of course, the weekend is for OBK. So, Dorothy, big shouts. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you when the show returns after this short break. The next segment you don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
This is the Breakfast Show.
One, two. There is so much happiness in the bottle.
Ensure your musical journey continues smoothly. Virtual Sound is the sole distributor for Shure, PreSonus, Allen & Heath, Digico, Nord, Roland, Fender, Rode, Jupiter Horns, DB Technology, RCF, FDB, Mackie, JBL, Tascam, DW Drums, Mapex Drums, Gretsch, Peisty, Zildjian and many more. We are located at Asylum Down Roundabout. You can reach us on 0244 311 356 or 054 01 20 757. www.virtualsoundlab.com. Virtual Sound Lab, the heart of sound.
Here is to the friends who took the chance with no regrets. Investors no more hating fortune. To the health workers who diagnosed lacks every move. And then to the hard guy who couldn't hold his emotions. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hand-earned stitches into a bundle of joy. And now, here is to you. Your next big win is right here. From 1st July 2024, dial *712# across tickets as a group, individual, to win in the community draw or the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#.
MLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
There is so much happiness in the bottle. Brother stress me, you stress me out. I want to be happy all the time. Charlie, this country they stress me. Oh, that's so I am. I'm a no. Hey, yeah, me shisha me. But me name boys, she moi. And your man, no more no. They free to a mono. Their mom. Pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Hey, Diviner, happy yourself, sir. But you have it now. As you will. Hey. Life is very stressful, that happiness is free. I don't know what you choose, but I choose to be happy. My bottle is my friend, in good times and in bad times, oh yes. So forget your worries and pop some bottles with your guys and girls. But drink responsibly, if he said, I need you for 12. I want to do what you want, but yeah. Any day, pray what you want. 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 Mommy, I say any day what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. So my guys in this house, are you ready? Oh yeah. All the ladies in the house, are you ready? Oh yeah. Let's raise a toast to happiness. Yeah, yeah. Oh, let's have some fun and make it merry. Yeah, yeah. Let's shout tonight. Somebody make the fun. Yeah, yeah. Any day, pray what you want. 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 Mommy and Dad say any day what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Any day, pray what you want. Boogie, boogie. Oh yeah. Masa kwa wana kasa ya ndoto ya ho ena muwoti So I'm when you tell when you talk about when you eat it. I want so the fire doing. No one said what you want. I want to be preaching and watching your family depending on you. But don't for Papa on the head. Who is your friend? If you want to remember, my name is Ojon Komi Beyemesa. I am Kwame Nini Bakos, ya cherry. I fade the area, see a woman and not a Jimmy. You come here on some, it's now on sign. Correct me if I mess up. He be the one way I fit share all my secret lies. You know they jealous me. You know they want to hear now.
All right. Give me a rev, my brother. Thank you very much. Greetings, welcome. If you just joined us, this is GTV Breakfast, and the rider, his name is Echo Dawson, and he's with Borderless Africa. Echo, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you also?
Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
So, why this, and why now?
So my name is Echo Dawson. Mm-hmm. I'm a travel and documentary photographer who is based in Bogatanga.
Okay.
So as part of the work that I do, I travel across. I've been around all the northern regions, photographing and the community, people, and documenting a whole lot of stories there. Okay. So the bike has been my means of transportation. So I'm able to go through different terrains and all that. Mm-hmm. So alone, yeah.
Hey.
All by myself. So
not scary?
It gets scary at some point.
What was your scariest moment riding through northern Ghana?
So I went to a place called I went to Boko West. Uh-huh. Yeah, that was a bit, because that was when there was a bit of misunderstanding.
Yes.
There, but I couldn't go through it because it was scary. So I just had to.
When you say scary, what do you mean?
So I met some military guys who advised me not to go through.
They advised you?
Yeah, not to go through.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I had to return.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the scary part.
Did you see any wild animals?
I've been to Mole National Park where I've seen elephants and all those.
Okay, all right. On the bike?
Yeah, on the bike. So I've done everything with the bike.
Awesome. Yeah. So you're with Borderless Africa?
Yeah.
And now beyond Ghana, what do you want to do? What's your plan?
So the group agenda is to advocate for a border-free Africa, where Africans should be able to travel across different countries through borders without any form of frustration, and even to the extent of not needing visa to go through the next African countries. Because you'd be surprised that Cameroonian visa is 177 euros.
Mm-hmm. Euros?
Yeah.
Not even in their currency?
Yeah, it's euros.
Can you imagine? And then I'm sure you must have felt the frustration of Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote. Recently he was complaining that he needs so many visas to move around Africa. Exactly. He doesn't understand what that is all about. Mm-hmm. So you feel him on that?
Yeah, I experienced that, especially coming from West Africa and going to Central Africa. Mm-hmm. It's hectic. It's hard to go through Central Africa. Their visa is expensive. And then, so going to Cameroon, their land border is closed. Mm-hmm. So if you are going through their land border, they wouldn't give you visa. So they will tell you either you get a plane ticket or you get a ferry ticket. There's a ferry that goes from Calabar, Nigeria to Cameroon.
Yes.
So you get that ferry ticket, and that ferry ticket is 150,000 CFA, which is very expensive. You know, and with a plane ticket you need to get a plane ticket to be able to apply for the visa. So those are some of the challenges. And when we're ready to apply for the visa, we went to the consulate in Calabar, and they told us that their visa machine is broken. They've taken it to Cameroon, and they don't know how long and when it will be fixed.
The visa machine is broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shocked said. I mean, what was going through your mind when you heard a thing like that?
So already we have spent 3 months in Nigeria where we pay for accommodation every single day. We pay for hotel and everything every single day. So when that information came, we were a bit disappointed because how long do we have to stay again? Because every day we are spending. Yeah. You know, so we decided, so my other friend and I decided, we are 3 in a team. So the 2 of us decided to detour, to come use Benin to Northern Benin and then continue. But my other friend too said he will wait and get a visa. So he waited for at least almost a week or 2. And
then got the visa.
And then got a visa.
Wow.
You know, and even he didn't get a stamp. So
because the machine is still broken, right?
Yeah. So he had to. So when he applied for the visa and the confirmation email came, he just gathered courage to go. So when he got to the border, he showed them the confirmation message, and then they told him that when he gets into the country, he should go to their office, and then they will give him the stamp there.
So you've ridden around Ghana, and then which African countries have you ridden to?
So went through Togo, Benin, Nigeria. So in Nigeria, we're supposed to spend like a week in Nigeria and then continue to Cameroon, Gabon. But in Nigeria, we were asked to, when we started processing the Cameroonian visa, they told us to go to Calabar. That is where they give the land visa. And Calabar is like 14 hours away from Lagos.
By motorbike?
Yeah. even by car.
By car?
Yeah. So it's like Accra to the north.
Just to go and get visa?
Exactly. You know.
Internet no day?
Oh, there's internet. But so that was where we had the excuses and all that.
Oh, man. Listen, I'm just curious. Where do you have the friendliest police officers so far, where you've been?
I would say, so the friendliest, I would say Cotonou.
Benin?
Yeah.
Their policemen are friendly?
Yeah, very friendly, very helpful. I don't know if because we say we are from Ghana, so but they were very friendly. Nigeria was also, their police were also friendly to us because when we mentioned we are from Ghana, they say, wow, you know, creating conversations, how is Ghana? And that. But the most unfriendly police was Togo.
Togolese police?
Yeah.
Unfriendly?
Yeah, very. They even seized my phone.
Oh,
yeah.
Why?
So at the border, they there's a campaign that the bikers in Ghana here run. It's called Look Twice for Motorcycles. So they have a sticker. So when we're crossing from Ghana to Togo at the Aflao border, I saw that sticker in the French version. So I was taking a picture of it and send it to my people that
Charlie, the campaign is happening here.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they bab you.
So this is what happened. So when I took the picture and then I went to the guy who gave me the stamp, I don't know where the police officer came from. He just snatched the phone from my hands. Yeah, so I had to talk to Ghana immigration to come speak on my behalf. And even getting the phone back, they went through my gallery, wanted to go through my WhatsApp
They wanted to see what you are taking pictures of.
Yeah, wanted to go through my WhatsApp message, but it didn't get to that far. But they went through my gallery and all that, scrolling.
Wow,
yeah.
Wow, what an experience. So Borderless Africa, you're campaigning for a borderless Africa, where we can move. Yeah. Why do you think we haven't had a borderless Africa yet?
So let me circle down to West Africa. You know, so there's a treaty where our head of state signed, where if you are in West Africa, if you are part of ECOWAS, you should be able to go through the next ECOWAS country for free. At least you have 30 days for free. If you want to extend, then you pay for it. But people didn't know this. You know, so back in Nigeria, we did some few workshop with the Metallic Bull Riders, where we brought out this information, and people didn't know that this is what they are entitled to. So there's a lack of information there.
Okay.
People don't know. Yeah. You know. So in West Africa, you are entitled to go to other African country, West African country,
without any restrictions.
Yeah. If all your documents are set, you should be able to go.
So are you traveling with your Ghana card? I'm just curious.
So the Ghana card doesn't work at the border, at least for us.
Oh.
Yeah, because
But it's an ECOWAS card too, so it should work.
So when crossing the border, we give out our Ghana card. They said they want your passport.
Oh.
So this is an ECOWAS card.
Yes.
So the Togolese people, they act like they can't speak English, but they really do speak English.
How do you know?
Because later they'll be speaking English with other people. You hear them speaking English and all that. So
did you try Ewe?
I can speak Ewe.
Oh, I could teach you small. I need to break the ice. So they don't accept the Ghana card?
Yeah. Because so when you're crossing, they need to stamp your passport, point of entry, and then when you're exiting, they need to stamp it also. So the Ghana card is for identification.
Okay.
Well, that's our experience though.
But they always want the passport?
Yeah, they always want a passport.
What's been your most pleasant experience on this trip around Africa on a bike?
Okay, so meeting random people who decided to host us.
Really?
Yeah, we meet someone today, and then we tell them what we are doing. Come to my house.
Really?
Yeah.
How many are you in the team?
We are 3.
3 guys?
Yeah.
No lady?
No.
Okay, all right. So 3 of you, and they randomly just host you?
Yeah. So we met. So in Benin, we met a random person, and then he decided to host us. He said,
which country?
Benin, Cotonou.
Okay, all right.
So he hosted us for a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
At no expense to you guys?
Nope. He fed us, took us places that we would see, and then in Nigeria also. So for me, going to Nigeria was a bit tense because the stories we've heard about Nigeria. Nigeria this,
scary stories.
Yeah. So going to Nigeria was a bit scary for me. And crossing the border to Nigeria was one of the easiest experience for me.
Okay.
For us, they even asked us, do we want 90 days? And we said we want 30 days.
All right.
Because we didn't plan on staying longer.
Okay.
So when we got to Lagos, we met a group of bikers called the Metallic Bull Riders. They ushered us into Lagos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then one of them called Ezekiel, he was marvelous with us. He has a work and all that, but he was able to dedicate time for us. It was a call away. If we needed anything,
just call.
Yeah, and I had a lot of bike issues in Nigeria.
Like what?
Dented rim, clutch cable.
Where's the rim? I don't know where the rim is. Where's the rim?
This is the rim.
Okay, so on this side, that's the rim?
Yeah, the metallic thing
holding the tire.
Okay, that's the rim.
What are the other problems?
It dented.
So this part, it dented?
Yeah, so it went inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they fixed it?
Yeah, so I couldn't get anyone to fix it because this type, I couldn't get this part in Nigeria. So they had to use some skirmishes. Nigeria, they can do everything.
Charlie, no, small African ingenuity. And they fix it.
Exactly, so they did it for me. But even though it wasn't perfect, but it was workable.
It worked.
My clutch disc, I had to fix my clutch discs.
Okay.
My clutch cable, my chain. There are so many issues in Nigeria.
But they fixed them all?
Yeah.
What kind of bike is this? Describe your bike to me.
So this is a 200cc low capacity bike. It's not for longer distance.
Okay.
It's for normal in-town commuting.
Okay.
So using this bike for the trip was a pivotal point for me because a lot of people were surprised that why are you using a 200 capacity bike for that distance? Doing journey like 9 hours straight put a lot of pressure on the bike because the bike is not built for that longevity of a trip.
Okay.
So
you're really pushing the bike?
Yeah, I pushed the bike beyond its limit, way beyond.
I'm sure the manufacturers will be happy.
Yeah. So the longest ride that I've done was from Lagos to Calabar, which was 14 hours. But we did 9 hours straight. The only stop we had was refueling and then drinking water or maybe stretching your legs or something.
You don't eat? You don't stop to eat?
No, so when we are riding, because we may have a sensitive stomach, so I'm very very picky about the things that I eat because the slightest thing
trouble.
And sometimes you'll be going and there's just bushes around, and then you wouldn't see anyone. You wouldn't see any form of life around.
So you got to keep moving.
Exactly. You know? And at some point, your bike will break down in the middle of nowhere. It's about to rain, and it's getting dark. You know. So
did you ride in the night?
No, it wasn't planned though. But when we get to a point where we've not been able to get an accommodation, and it's getting late, we ride till we get an accommodation.
Where do you have the most respectful drivers who respect the rights of motorbikes?
I would say Cotonou.
Cotonou looks like a good place for motorbikes.
Yeah, Cotonou is orderly, so everyone walks around carrying their helmets.
Okay.
If you don't have your helmet, you'll be arrested.
One time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be arrested. So if you know that you'll be using public, the Okada and all that, you walk around.
Oh, so the passengers also have their own helmets?
Yeah.
Okay, passengers. Yeah. Everybody has their helmet?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So you see everyone having their helmets. Even if you know that later in the day you'll be riding or you'll be sitting on an Okada, you pick your helmet.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Where do you have the best roads?
Between best roads that I experienced was from Parlement to Benin.
Togo to Benin?
Yeah.
So far, you're not mentioning Ghana roads or Ghana anything. Our policemen are not friendly.
We all know the Ghana stories. So
you don't even want to go there.
Yeah, we all know the Ghana stories. You know, but so I wanted to give the stories that we don't know.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
We don't know. You know, so Parlement to Benin, to Cotonou, they have one of the best roads.
Okay.
And then to between
from Benin to Nigeria?
Yeah, Benin to, there's a portion.
Which is good.
Which is good. Very good.
Okay.
You know, very good.
All right.
You know, the scenery and all that.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
What has been your biggest surprise? One of your biggest surprises about this particular trip?
So the visa application was one of my surprises. Meeting people who are genuinely care about you was one of my biggest surprises. And then also you know, being able to photograph people, you know, because that is what I do. So you sit with people before you even bring a camera out, you listen to their stories and they tell you amazing stories about their life, what they've done. And then these are people who are doing amazing stuff, and then they have intriguing stories. You know, so those were some of the surprising things that happened. And then in Nigeria also, another surprise too is we had the Agbero boys. So in Ghana, we will call them Kwashe boys. Yeah, they shake us small.
They shake you for Nigeria?
Yeah, in Nigeria.
What they do you?
So they have something that they do where they ask bikers, especially Okada riders, for their biking card. You know, and we are not from Nigeria. We can't get. So that was where the misunderstanding was.
They take some money from you.
So yeah, we had to settle us. Yeah.
Were they plenty?
Yeah, they were. So the crowd kept getting bigger.
You were only 3.
Yeah.
Did you tell them you were from Ghana?
That was what even made it worse. You know, because so the main person has had a bad experience in Ghana.
Oh, trouble.
You know, so he was the one aggravating
the situation.
Yeah.
So how did you sort it after the settlement?
Yeah, so we had to. So they mentioned a huge amount. They wanted 50,000 naira, which is like almost 500 and something Ghana cedi. But later we had to beat it down.
You negotiated?
Yeah.
To how much?
To 5,000 naira, which is like 50 cedis.
Oh, you forced?
Yeah.
You're a good negotiator. What did you tell the guy, man?
We told them our story. You know, we showed them our social media pages and all that. And then, so we just spoke to their hearts.
Man, if I need to go do some heavy-duty negotiating, I want you in my team. From 50,000 to 5,000 there is powerful, man.
So when you're pushed to the wall, you use everything that you have.
But I'll confess, now you fear small.
Of course. I was panicking. I panicked.
Because the crowd became how many now?
They were almost 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and you only 3.
Yeah.
You can't fight.
You know. So because these people they understand. It's not like regular people where you know that you can speak to their conscience, where where they will understand.
They don't understand.
No.
So you talk pidgin with them.
Yeah.
Charlie, okay, why?
Omo,
make you do something.
So that was what happened.
All right.
That was what happened.
So when you are riding, I'm just imagining you are riding. What goes through your mind when you're on the road like that? What are you thinking? Are you listening to music? Are you communicating with your guys?
So it depends. So when it's a long, lonely road where you have like almost 100 kilometers of lonely road, you'll be seeing cars maybe once in a while. I have music in my ears.
What do you listen to, man? I want to know, what is your playlist when you're firing like that? What do you listen to?
Hi. So,
yeah, who are your people? Who are your artists that you're listening to while you're riding?
So I listen to songs that has no lyrics in it.
Oh, like jazz?
Yeah, so I listen to jazz. I listen to Afrobeats that has no lyrics. Instrumentals. Yeah, so that's what keeps me going.
Nice. Because
at some point, you'll be going and then you feel like you doze off a bit. You know?
Hey, you did doze on the bike?
Yeah, sometimes you doze off a bit.
Echo!
You know,
for a short moment. It happens to me when I'm driving, but I can't imagine because you have only 2 tires, man.
Yeah.
And you are dozing?
Yeah. Sometimes you doze off the bike, especially when riding from Lagos to Calabar. That was one of my toughest rides. You get to a point where it's almost like an hour
of straight road.
No, even 2 hours of bad road. The highest speed you could do is 40 kilometers. You know, and you are going through dents, and then you get to a point, it's just muddy. You get to a point, and the unlucky thing for us was that it had rained. You know, so you go through, and then when you go through certain mud area and you splash mud on someone's car, they start insulting.
Oh, you learned some Nigerian insults, eh? Which one you learned?
Wiri. Wiri is like mad.
You mad? Olu.
You be wiri.
Oh, you say, okay, I beg you. There you go. No, my fault. There you go.
Then you bring your helmet out, you smile, you let them see your face.
Yeah.
And then.
How are you funding this whole operation, man? It sounds expensive.
Yeah. So it's personally funded.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything was funded by me, and then we funded ourselves.
Okay.
You know. So that's the main support, and then I also had some support from a few friends, which is the biking community, the convener for the Around in 7.
Okay.
You know.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So he supported with also links in various countries.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. So it's a lot of networks.
Yeah.
How do we find you on social media?
So on my Instagram, it's echo.dawson. On Facebook, it's Revving Through Africa.
Revving Through Africa.
And YouTube, it's Revving Through Africa.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Echo. Dawson is DAWSON.
Yeah, echo.dawson. Yeah.
And which African country are you looking forward to visiting?
So
on your list, where you go like drive through?
Namibia.
You want to go Namibia?
Yeah. So
the desert?
Yeah. So there's a point in Namibia where there's a road cutting between the sea, and then I think the road is cutting in between the sea, and that's what I want to experience with the bike.
Okay.
It's a bit of muddy area, it's a bit of sand, and then good road.
Okay.
So I want to try the bike
experience over there. You know, Burkina, Mali, Niger, they are out of ECOWAS now. Would you ride through those countries?
So the thing is, going through those countries is not difficult.
Those countries? It's not.
Back in the north, I've ridden to Burkina.
Okay, it wasn't a problem.
No, it wasn't.
Even when the cool guys entered.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem.
Okay.
You know, so the only thing is you need to have your documents right. You know, so show them. They have something called laissez-passer.
Yes.
For the bike, and then you show them your yellow fever card and all that.
Okay.
So those are the things that is. Yeah.
So this bike has been to as far as Nigeria.
Yeah.
Would you want to get a bigger bike?
Yeah. So with the experience that I had on this bike, a bigger bike will make it better for me on the trip.
What's your dream bike? What's your dream bike? When you close your eyes and think of 2 wheels, what's it? What does it look like? How many cc's?
So my dream bike is.
You can close your eyes and dream.
Yeah. So my dream bike is the Tenere 700.
Okay.
Yeah.
700.
It's almost as skinny as this. Yeah, but it's a bit more higher and then improved than this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the dream bike.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I drive a car, so we have 4 tires that are on the ground and 1 in the boot.
Yeah.
You only have 2. When there's a puncture, what happens, my brother?
So I carry spare stuff, spare tube.
Where's the boot? Where's your boot?
So everything is tied here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everything is tied everything is tied.
All right. So as we see on the pictures, okay.
You have everything here on the bike.
On the back.
All our lives is on the bike.
Everything. You have medicine?
Yes. So
emergency medicine.
Yeah. So in some countries they will check your medicine, the kind of medicine that you are going through.
Okay.
You are taking to the country.
All right.
So we are very careful about certain medications.
Okay. Okay.
So what we have is first aid.
Okay.
You know, the alcohol rub and all those things.
Just to help you. Have you fallen off?
Oh yeah. So on the trip I fell off 3 times.
How fast were you going when you fell off?
No, it wasn't even. I wasn't even going like 40 kilometers. So it was raining, and then we had branched to go buy fuel, and you know when it rains, it covers the road, and you wouldn't see. There was a hole there.
You enter.
So I just entered, and then I just fell.
What's going through your mind when you're falling, man?
You don't know. It's like you are dreaming, and then someone suddenly wakes you up.
That's it.
You know, because you're having a happy time.
Yes.
And then you just fall. So
boom.
Yeah.
But then you get up.
Yeah, you get because you are wearing full.
You are fully protected.
Okay.
Protection. Have you ridden on snakes before?
Snakes? No. I've ridden I've ridden through monkeys.
Monkeys on the road?
Yeah.
So you have to go. They didn't get up for you?
No. So at Mole National Park, yeah. So the monkeys were just on the road, and then they are just watching you coming.
The monkeys they watch you like so. Say, but who be this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't see. Then you whip through them.
Yeah.
None of them try to jump on and take a ride.
No. I think the engine scares them off. It just makes them okay.
My brother, I've learned a lot. Is there one last thing you want to say before we go?
Yeah. So the trip has not ended because my engine broke. My bike engine broke. So that's why I'm in Ghana now.
Okay.
So I'm here for a while, and then I'll continue.
Okay. Your guys are where in Nigeria?
No. So one of my guys, the one who waited for the visa, he's in Gabon now.
Okay.
So he will be waiting for us whenever we are ready.
Okay.
And then we'll just meet him on the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other guy, one is in Gabon, the other guy is where?
So he's also in Ghana. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys you will ride to Gabon.
Yeah.
You will ride to Gabon.
Yeah.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
And keep documenting the stories.
Yeah. So the stories will be out there. Whatever experience that we go through at various borders, we'll be sharing it and let people know that this is what you need to cross to the next African country. A lot of times people assume or think that it's very difficult. Yeah, it gets frustrating, but if you know certain information, you'll be able to go through.
If I wanted to join you, I can't write. Is it possible for people who want to join you? You are 3 right now.
Yeah, if you have your bike.
Okay.
Because no, you don't want to pick a pillion.
No.
Yeah, it will be too much work.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Borderless Africa with Eko Dawson. Follow him across social media and share this video to all your friends, all the bikers and people who love for an Africa to be border free. Aliko Dangote said they complain. Then if it happen, this is our home. Mother Africa is our home. We should be able to go anywhere we can without any problems whatsoever. Eko, thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you for having me.
Stay safe.
All right.
All right. All right. It's GTV Breakfast. Stick around. We've got more for you. Don't go anywhere. Boom.
behind the scenes, Echo was just telling us that before you actually enter Rwanda, there's a washing bay, so you have to wash. Rwanda is clean, clean, clean. We're going to have a conversation with our favorite relationship coach. Today we are asking the question, has the spark left your relationship? Has the excitement left? Has the passion left? And if it has, how are you trying to bring it back? Would you even? And no other person is going to have this conversation with us than Reverend Nanaya Prempeh. Before that, though, we have a couple of birthday dedications. Now, we are big on birthday dedications on Friday, so apologies to all of you. So we put all of it together. So this is from Erica Daku to Kakra or Bingfu Daku. Her father, Erica works with us. She's telling her dad, she says she loves you and she appreciates you. Also, Henry Timms works with us. He's our camera guy and also our juice giver. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Henry. And this is a special one from myself to Christabel Kudiabo. Christabel is my G. Her name is Ahofe. Today is her birthday. Your vibe never dies. See you on the flip side. Also a belated birthday to Reverend Dr. Joshua Nyan. Another belated birthday to Mrs. Cindy Nimako. And this is from Tina Mens. Also an appreciation post. So this is to everyone in the radio newsroom here at GBC, especially Rebecca Ekpe and Seteya. They are watching us. Thank you for doing the watching. And also Lennox Akpete, Echa, and Rabi in the TV newsroom. And so now we're settling for our conversation of the day. We are asking you, has the excitement or the spark left your relationship? Our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Reverend, welcome to the studio. Hey. And then Makasa had to do this. Lots of birthday messages.
Where is the awake?
Please bring me awake. Bring me awake. Reverend, welcome back.
Thank you, beautiful. You're looking awesome. And why are we in black? Like we thought about it or what?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, the weather outside. Yeah. You know, it's sort of like a mellow Friday. So,
yes, and great minds think alike.
Yes, indeed. Rev.
Yes, darling.
How have you been?
I've been awesome. I've been full of gratitude to God for His protection and His grace and His favor. And I feel great. I feel very good. I'm so happy to be alive today. Yeah. I'm so happy to be here with you. Yeah. Yeah. Because God took myself, my husband, and 2 workers out of a near-fatal accident on the motorway. And it was just a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the word to explain it is miracle. Yeah, because you don't drive on top speed and your front tire comes off into the bush on the motorway. And we had to go close to 400 meters on the motorway without a front tire. And thank God for Morris, who was driving. He didn't press on the brakes because somebody took my hand. I'm sure it's the Holy Ghost. Yeah. Took my hand and put it on his hand on the wheel while he was his hands were on the wheel trying to control. My hand just went on his arm. And he said when my hand touched him, he calmed down. So he didn't even think of pressing the brakes or anything. Panic. He didn't panic. I was the only one who shouted Jesus in the car just once, and everything was calm. So there was no screaming, there was nothing, and the car just drove with the sparks. You know, so the sparks could have started a fire or something. And because the whole tire with the rim was gone, it was the tire rod or something that just broke after we hit on the potholes. The potholes. And see,
we're grateful for life.
Yeah.
We're grateful for life.
Yes.
Right, let's get into our conversation of the day. And so for anyone to decide to get married or go into a relationship, one must be happy and excited. So what would make one not want to be excited anymore? We are asking you. Join us. Our WhatsApp is 055556134.
All the viewers watching from all around the world, GTV, the station of the nation. Amisha Obia, good morning. I know that love is the biggest thing when, apart from being a spiritual person and whatever, love, romance is the most important thing in life. Okay? There is a saying that body no be firewood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, when people make statements, mostly it must be out of experience. You know, like our forefathers and our ancestors, they have statements that have been made in the past. And those statements are so true. And every day as we grow, we get to appreciate those statements better. So you get into a relationship, you get excited, or you get, I want to marry this person, I'll spend the rest of my life with this person. And then you have all these blues and butterflies in your body everywhere, and then you get all the excitement. But relationships must be based on something which is not material. The moment your relationship is founded and based on material things, that is the beginning of the end of that relationship. Because the Bible says that all things shall pass away, but the word of God will never pass away.
Yep.
And what is the word of God? In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. And who is God? God is love.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Okay.
So if your relationship is based on material things, the Bible says that all things shall pass away.
Yeah.
Except the word of God. So when you have the word of God as the foundation of your relationship, it means you have love. Because God is the word and God is love. So the relationships that go with all the excitements and the God factor is taken out, it is just a matter of time. Because the word of God is so true that, you know, that is where we find our hope, our consolace, and our faith. And there is no guarantee. The Bible says that no condition is permanent. First, I didn't know that thing was in the Bible. I thought it was one of the sayings, but it's scriptural.
Okay, I'm hearing it for you for the first time.
No condition is permanent. So if today you have the butterflies, you have the excitement, your love is deep, you have all the attributes of love in the first book of Corinthians chapter 13. You have everything. You go into the Songs of Solomon and you see all what you can do with your love. But if the foundation is not God, is not the word, is not love, your relationship is vulnerable. In fact, every relationship is risky.
Yeah.
And I've said it before. Love is the riskiest venture in life.
Yeah.
And so, because your heart is at stake.
Giving everything to a person.
You are giving your whole life, spirit, soul, body, to someone that you never know from your childhood. You say, take my life and make it yours.
Make it yours.
Hey, this is the riskiest venture in the world. Forget about stock exchange and your stocks, your mutual funds, and your bitcoins and all those cryptocurrency. Forget about all those investments. Love is the most riskiest investment in life. Because you are giving your all. You are going to lay on a bed with someone that you were not privilege to know how he was growing up or how she was growing up. You are going to believe in someone to be feeding you for the rest of your life when you don't know when the person will snap and poison you.
Yep.
You are giving all your body to someone that you don't know when the person will snap. So, love is the riskiest investment in life. Yeah. And what I can also say is that it is the most rewarding investment. The higher the risk, the higher the investment. Those who stake Lotto, they know what I'm talking about. If you stake more in Lotto and you win big.
Raymond.
Director one. You win big. Yeah. So if you invest highest in love and you win, you are the happiest person in life.
Okay.
Because the love will overflow you. I keep telling the men that whatever you want to get out of your marriage, invest in that woman. And the lady receives and she multiplies what you give her. Woe unto you when you give her hatred. You will get 100%. And same way when you love a woman, and the woman feels your love, and she cannot do without your love, and she's singing your love, and she's praising your love, and she's living your love. The woman is living on cloud 9. She will pay you back with love that will frustrate you.
500 times over.
She will give you love. So much love. So women are reciprocates, and we give back 100 times. So the moment you realize that this relationship is suffering, begin to see what you are doing to the woman. Through my own research, I'm going to prep. I started talking to Afro Barometer.
Afro Barometer.
Yeah, I started talking to someone there that I want them to conduct a survey for me.
Okay, great. Oh, wow.
Yes. I want to have a solid data on the root of the reasons for divorce for some of the people.
All right.
And also the reason why a marriage has been very successful. So whenever a woman is telling you that, baby, please, I need this or I don't need this, I want this or I don't want this, please do this or don't do this, please listen to the woman. From my own research, I have identified that most problems in marriage, I didn't say all, I said most.
Yeah.
Most.
Proudly sponsored by Awake People.
Oh, thank you, Awake.
Reverend Cheers. Thank you, Akosia, for that. We love you. Yes, indeed. Cheers.
I love it.
Akosia, thank you. We're thirsty.
So, my personal research has proven that 80% of marriages that break begin with the man.
Okay.
Begins with the man.
Okay, so let's take a little pause on that. So Dede is a presenter at Obonu. So she was in the makeup room and we're having a conversation just before we came on here. And I was asking what would make, he said, oh, Val, it's the men that make the excitement leave. So Dede, if you're watching us, Reverend, say, Jiwa Bobo.
Oh, you are. No, but this is my personal research. It's not based on any scientific or proven data. This is my own personal research from my experience, people I talk to, and what I see. 80%, if not more, of most of the broken marriages begin from the men.
Do you agree? Do you agree? If yes, let us know. Our socials are open. Our WhatsApp is 055-556-1034. Our Facebook is also GTV Ghana. We are open. We are going to be opening our phone lines pretty shortly.
So there are women who also begin.
Yeah.
Okay, there are women who also begin issues that lead to divorce.
Yeah.
But the rampant scenario is from men.
Right.
Because the man wants to eat his cake and have it.
Mm.
He wants to have a beautiful bride that he can call my wife. At the same time, he wants to have a Akosua Dompo who is going to treat him the way his wife is not treating him in bed.
Yeah.
He wants to have the wife thing. And you go to events with your wife, you go to church with your wife. Oh, I'm a married man. I have a family. At the same time, he wants to enjoy Akosua Dompo. Somewhere in the corner, crazy love, crazy sex, crazy things, crazy imaginations, hallucinations.
Give us all the fantasies, I guess.
Fantasies is the word. So, and a lot of the men are not able to draw that fine line between I am somebody's man, so I have to stay as somebody's man and stop looking around.
Right.
Stop looking around. Stop looking around because you have vowed to one woman that I'm yours. And the woman has done same. And the women who are also doing same. I heard this story yesterday on air.
Right.
That there was a death in Kumasi of a young musician who had gone to visit his girlfriend, who is a married woman. And he met his death.
Yeah.
So if you have decided to marry the man, why can't you stay with the man? And even if your husband has traveled, you have to keep that relationship virtually.
Sacred, yeah.
You have to keep it virtually. That is why I love technology. Technology has made it easier for you to keep your relationship together, even when you are not physically together. But the fact that you are married and you still think in your head.
Rev, let's pick, John is joining our conversation from Thank you, John.
Yes. So I thank him for his call and for him being very honest.
He's saying it's 100%.
Yes. I would not say 100%. No, because there are some women who are truly responsible for the break of their marriages.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I have, because of the work I do, I meet all kinds of people. And I know women who are so arrogant and so disrespectful to their husbands. And people advise them. There is no perfect man out there. The fact that your husband's job, he has lost his job, his business has gone down, or he's ill right now, doesn't make him less of a man. So you don't disrespect. I cannot stand women who don't respect their husbands. Because I have so much respect for my husband that I know that if I don't respect the man who is keeping my body warm, then I'm not respecting myself.
Touche.
Hey, I'm not respecting myself.
Abna is calling us. Abna, good morning. Thank you for joining the conversation. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Abeka.
Okay, Abna. Don't call us later. Call us now. Share your experience with us.
Yes, thank you so much. What the madam is saying is very true.
Okay.
A lot of relationship problems and divorce is started by the men. You know, men have to be taught how to live in relationships. I think most men don't know how to do relationships. There is this notion that is going around that it has become like some sort of fashion or craze that I can live anyhow I want. So I can choose to befriend anybody. I can choose to go around with anybody. There is that kind of mentality that is going around. And it's hurting a lot of people. Unfortunately, the young ones are learning. So infidelity, fornication, and adultery is so ripe in this country that I think that there is a lot more education that should be done. Relationships is a form of worship to God. You cannot take somebody and say you love the person and then tear the person's heart apart. I mean, ride on the person and do whatever you want to the person. It affects a lot of people, and a lot of people are in the mental homes, mental hospitals, because of bad relationships. It's a conversation that has to be continued everywhere in this country. Thank you so much for the good work you are doing.
Amen.
Thank you for calling us, Abna. Thank you so much.
So this goes with our moral values.
Yeah.
Our moral values, and my heart is really bleeding now that 10 years from now we may find homosexuality in every 3 homes. You find one person who is homosexual or gay. If we don't change our moral values and change our perception, our worldview, and the way we see things, and become more abiding to the word of God, you will quote me 10 years from now that if we are not careful, in every 3 homes, we will get one person who is either gay or lesbian. So the church must arise. And this starts from the church. There are people leading churches who are lesbians and gays. Leading choir, especially the choir, the music department. Okay. That is where a lot of troubles emanate from. And the pastors are quiet because we don't want to lose our choir leader, our music director. Listen, God said that if you don't worship me, I will raise stones. Do you understand? Yeah. And the fact that... Oh, you have a caller?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
Hold on, please. Michael from Hoho. Michael, good morning. Thank you for joining the conversation. Michael, please call us back. We are sorry. Please call us back. We're going back to our morals. We'll coach you in 10 years.
So the caller has brought that vibrancy, that our morals and family values... We have to pray that this bill that is in Parliament, this bill that we are all talking about, is taking care of the way it should be. And God, may your will be done. Because I cannot imagine Ghana 10 years from now, when we think we can loosen up marijuana for everybody to go and buy marijuana. We can loosen up lesbianism. We can loosen up homosexuality. Where are we going as a nation? If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. And the onus is on you and I.
All right.
For posterity's sake. Our children will judge us. So I believe that every home...
Anthony, I don't want to lose this caller.
Anthony.
Yes, Anthony's calling us. Anthony, thank you for calling us. Good morning. Where are you calling us from? Takoradi.
Yeah.
Okay, greetings.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yes, I really thank you for the teaching. I really like it, and I appreciate what the woman is saying. My point is, what if you've been with a woman for a very long time, and your work spoiled, and things are not working out well, and the woman is also doing everything possible to put things in order, and the man too is not trying the best to put things in order? Can the woman leave the man? That's my question.
I'm not clear with that.
Michael, can you come again?
Yes, like I'm saying that in the case whereby the woman and the man's work has spoiled, it's no more working, but the woman is trying everything possible to put food on the table, but things are not working. Should the woman leave the marriage?
Okay. Did you get it?
No, for better, for worse. What does that mean? You don't leave the marriage because the man cannot put food on the table, the woman cannot put... The two of you should find something to do with your hands. Listen, when you go to hotels, people park their cars and they go and sleep. Go and talk to the hotel manager that you want to wash those cars. When they come out, they will give you 10 cedis. They will give you 20 cedis. This is a job. Don't walk around and say there is no job. And because there's no job, you are packing your bags to leave your husband or packing your bags to leave your wife. What about those women who are selling cartier by the roadside? So as for me, I don't think anyone should complain that there is no job for me to do. The laziness carries us to the extent that we think that somebody must find jobs for us. Yeah. Val, can you tell me honestly that if somebody comes to your home and say, Auntie Valerie, every morning I want to come and clean your shoes for you, or I want to wash your clothes for you. I'm looking for somebody to wash my clothes. I can't even find somebody to wash my clothes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because people are lazy. You call them to come and watch today, tomorrow. Oh, auntie, you call you.
I have someone for you. Akwete is joining our conversation. Akwete, good morning. No fun.
Oh,
Come
today.
on, Akwete, travel back.
And why are they calling me the woman, the woman? Is my name not on the screen?
Please refer to Reverend Nanaya as Reverend Nanaya, Rev. Please.
Oh, Nana Kra Mepe. The woman, the moon trust why. Thank you.
Yes, please. I think these are new viewers.
Callers.
Yes, because then it appears they do not.
But if the name is there, they will see it. So let the name show.
There it is, Reverend Dr. Nanaya Prempeh, our relationship coach. Okay, so let's look at the other side of the coin as well. There are some people who do not lose their spark because then again, in the makeup room, that's where we have our tete-a-tete. Okay, I'll come back to that. Ose is calling us from Mamobi. Ose, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Thank you for calling us.
Okay, I want to speak on the issue that you are talking about.
Yes.
I was saying something, like comparing homosexuality and marijuana. I think that's like an example of oranges and apple because there's no place, there's no hospital, there's no herbalist that you go and they will prescribe for you to go and be a gay. But in some instances, if you go back to the history, you can know that herbalists can prescribe for you to use marijuana in the care of something. So if they legalize marijuana in
Prescribe. But maybe they have some.
Well, in other countries where it's legal, there are actually dispensaries where people go to. So I think that's another conversation.
That's another conversation. Yes. So let's stick to our relationship.
Yes, let's stick to our relationship. So back to Betty.
Yes.
So where we have our normal conversations in the makeup room, I threw the question out. And Betty's like, no, she's not lost her spark. Actually, how many years have you been married? 13 years. She said the excitement is
Kudos to Betty. You know, Betty is somebody who is beautiful inside out. And she makes my face. And when I come and she's not there, I get confused. Who is going to make my face? We had this conversation this morning. And you see, Bible says that, those of you who think I'm quoting the Bible too much, my name is Reverend. And so that is what I eat. Bible is I eat. Bible is I sleep. Bible is I do. So it says what is in the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak.
Rev, let's pause. Anthony is joining us from Takoradi. Anthony.
Madam, good morning.
Otedene.
Okay,
What's up?
I most of them don't see me from here.
If you na.
Hello.
That's the problem. If you any besi afuna.
Yeah, we be not see me from only the civil I am. Only like accept no shipping at the job. Then could come here. Let's get your mother to come out and not to behave some way with the channel. Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
Angel. If you open the mouth, it's an sorry person. Open the mouth of the use of a and put your phone. Yeah. And so the little question is yeah. Like if the function won't probably not reach out to them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Awara, hold on. Awara, menko. Awara. Our one. How many years now? And then the Nancy.
Oh, you're 6 years.
As I have 6.
You're 6 years.
I had.
But any no other.
Oh, I'm not yet a plant, but I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Hey, the walk of chapel.
I'm the SD member.
Oh, SD. One call was off for now. Wanted to be a man on that.
Okay, madam, I say we are
Yeah, so what he's saying, a lot of the ladies, it depends on how you start a relationship with. There are some men who use money to buy their way into the woman's life, not her heart, but her life.
Okay, yeah.
So in your eyes, you have the woman, but in her heart, you are not there. You understand? So you have to determine. You have to determine and know where you are in the woman's life. Are you in her life or you are in her heart? There are two different things. The woman is enjoying your presence, your money, your flamboyance. You are spoiling her.
Yeah.
But she has somebody else in her heart. And it's not every woman who will be bold or very kind and tell you that, Charlie, stop spending on me. Now, you are no size. What I say? So if the woman doesn't tell you that, and your emotional intelligence is low, you will never identify.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark is joining our conversation from KGB. Mark, greetings to you. Thank you for calling us. What can you share?
I'm interested in your program and I like it so much, but the only problem I have is most of the problems in the relationship is 80% is from the men, but I don't believe in that.
Why do you think this is not so?
Those I've experienced, much is from the ladies.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Okay. Are you married or are you in a relationship?
Married, divorced.
Married, divorced?
Yeah, I'm taking care of them.
It doesn't really happen, but this is...
So what do you think now? What do you think?
Me, I'm just praying for long life, healthy life, so that I will look after my children, that's all.
Okay, this is if you want to continue this conversation, you can call me later and we continue. Okay, let's see what I can do. Yeah.
So Mark, don't go off the line yet. Our producer will speak to you.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But you've done well. Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. So how you start the relationship will also determine where it will go. So you are a man. Your income is 5,000 cedis a month. Every Friday, you are taking this woman for a weekend. You are taking her for a weekend every Friday, and then you end up borrowing money from people when you can't afford. So the woman is used to spending the weekend out of home every Friday, every weekend. So when the time comes that you have to get married, maybe you are not even married. When the time comes that you have to get married and you are not able to give her that
lifestyle that she's used to.
That is the end of the relationship. She will start thinking of, I have to find somebody who can continue. So remember, I'm not saying don't treat the women nice, but you have to have a conversation. You know, sweetheart, now that I'm doing well, I will make sure I take good care of you. So that when you're not doing well, she will understand that if you have, you will give. Yeah. Otherwise, you spoil her unnecessarily. And time will say, I know we're Johnny.
Very quickly, a few words, your final words.
Okay,
final
so
words,
please,
yeah.
Everything that can grow can die.
Yep.
Including a relationship. Love can grow, love can die. So you need to nurture the love. Don't wake up in the morning and leave your wife in the house without giving her a kiss or a peck on the cheek. When you go out, check on your wife. Ube to me every